Okay, I think I'm here. I think I'm here. Okay. Finally. Okay. And I don't even know what I did. I don't even know what I did to fix it. So, um, hang on. Let me get my. The only thing I did different now, I think, is now I can't see my camera settings. Okay, so I turned my camera software off. Can y'all hear me okay? So I turned my camera software off to get here, but now I can't bring my camera software up. It won't open. I can't see anything. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to get it to come on. Can y'all still see me? It's no, that's not what I want. Okay, well, I might just not be able to use my camera software. Hang on. Okay. All right, let me do a test there. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. Let me readjust here. I mean, I've been working on it for an hour to get on here, guys. An hour. I've been working on it since 8 o'clock. So, yeah, we're live, but, we'll see how it goes. I don't even know what happened. Am I too loud or anything? Hi, Terry. Okay, thanks, Robin. Oh. So I guess we're just going to have to, whatever colors, whatever happens, because it won't open my software now that I've already gone live. It won't open my camera software. I know. So it is what it is. So, so hopefully it's okay because that's what it is. I can't change anything, fix anything, focus anything, or any of that. Let me show Hubster here. Look. See, it won't let me do anything with my software.
So you're supposed to be you?
Yeah, I'm supposed to see myself there and be able to go over here and do settings, but I can't change the settings because I don't know I can't see it. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know, honey. I don't know, but it's okay. All right. Well, we'll work with it. We'll work with it. It's okay. Yeah, thank you. Too many things at once. Okay. He's already come and gone. He's trying to help me, but he doesn't know anything about it either. So yeah. Okay, from your end, everything's fine. Okay. Well, yeah, man, I'm wore out. I've been working at this for an hour. I mean, I know we all have some issues sometimes, but anyway, we're here. And I got new color books. I got new color books from Melody and from Keni. And I already started playing in them. Oh, no, I hope I can zoom in. We'll see. I may not even be able to zoom in. I haven't tried that yet, but I want to show everything first. So, let me catch my breath, take a sip of coffee, take a moment. Hey, Daydreaming, Emma, Vicky, Barb, Marianne. Thanks, everybody. Hey, Melody, finally got here. All kinds of, I don't know. See, sometimes it just lets you click the camera, go live. And then sometimes it wants you to go allow your camera. I allow the camera over and over and over. It's allowed. And it still doesn't go. And then sometimes, and then I just clicked it and there it was one time. So, it's so random. but I closed my camera software to get to here, and now I can't reopen my camera software. I mean, it's open, but I can't see anything on the camera software screen. So, yeah. And I need fresh coffee. Ugh, something's this coffee. Hang on. All right, I'm gonna have to. All right, hang on just a second, guys. Okay, sorry guys. Getting ready to leave, and I just need to get up and take a breath. I got too much going on. Hey, Pacola. Now I got to catch my breath again, running up and down the stairs. Sorry. If you're watching this recording, just fast forward till we get to the color book, because there's no time to prep when you go live. You are just automatically live. Oh, okay. So yeah, but he has to leave, and he was trying to help me, and he's getting behind. I'm getting behind. Yeah, and I've been working at it for an hour. Okay, so you will not see it on the software, but I always have before, Ian. The live stream is using the view. You will not see it on the software, but I always have. Yeah, I got my software box open, but I usually see a screen there. I usually see my screen there. Let's do a test. Let me go to my software here, and let's do let's click in. Let's see if we're working. Yeah, okay, it's still working, Ian. I just can't. Okay, I just can't see anything. I don't know. Who knows, right? I don't know. People. I'm doing my best. Thanks, Ian, for that encouragement, though, that it's still working. Oh, geez. Sorry, guys. I'm just all like, I have been running around this morning like crazy and spending an hour trying to get this to work, and it wouldn't work. I don't know why that does that. And I know other people have said it happens to them too. They click allow camera, they click the go live, and it says allow camera. Well, you've allowed the camera 5 times. Finally, it just started working. Didn't do anything different. Okay, so I'm going to catch my breath, and we're going to color. All right, so I wanted to take a thumbnail here. I don't even know if it took the thumbnail beforehand, but that's okay. I'll take another one later. Let me just take a picture here. Let me just take a picture in case the thumbnail didn't work. Hey, sorry guys, it's just like been one of those mornings. It's been one of those mornings. Okay. I got a picture. Oh, we got troll alert already. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for getting rid of them. I appreciate it. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to show, I had that propped up. Let me show, Melody's came first. So anyway, guys, Melody sent 2, one for me and one for a giveaway. So we are going to, oh, there's my little box popped up. Okay, my little box has popped up ahead of on my screen again. My little software box. There it is. Okay. Okay, so we have 2 Botanicums by Maria Troll. Am I saying that? right? Maria Troll, is it Trolle? Trolle. Hey, Eileen. Thanks, everybody. Oh, you know what I'm missing? This will get me in. This will get me calmed down. Wait a minute. Wait for it. Wait for it. Terry Trouble's here. Terry Trouble is here. Wait, I gotta turn it up. Okay, I'm all good now. Hey, Marianne. Hey, Color Book Nook. Sorry, guys. Hi, Shy, Robin, Kimberly. I'm a little discombobulated after trying to do all this, trying to do all the settings here. Okay, hang on now. I lost my settings again. They went away. I'm working it, guys. I'm working it. Let me get over here where I can see. We'll get crack-a-lack in here in a minute. All right, let's see where I can zoom. There we go. Okay, I think we're zoomed. Okay, so Melody sent one to give away. So y'all know I give away a book a month. So next week, the first week of July, we're going to be giving away one of these. Hey, Mark, Kat, Cheshire, Darla, Scoobs. Sorry, everybody, if they're just coming in. I'm a little on edge after spending an hour trying to get on here. Hey, Mary. Oh, thanks, Mary. Hey, G. Thanks, everybody coming in. Hey, Kenny. So, yeah, I'm going to show Melody sent these, and then Kenny sent these. And by the way, guys, I've already started working in both of them. Melody's came Monday after the stream. So hers came in first, so I'm going to show those first. Kenny's came in yesterday, and I've already started working. Oh, does Melody still sick? I just saw Janet say, hope you feel better soon. I'm sorry you're still not feeling well, Melody. Hey, Ange, Azure, Christine, Heather. Yeah, so next week, the first week of the month, I will be giving away one of these books. Yeah. So I'm trying to check on everybody. You found another old craft? Oh my gosh, Mary. Mary, you would probably love that book. Oh my gosh. I have those old crafts. Yeah, we did I haven't seen. Did you do a video on it, Mary? Did you do a video on an old craft? Hey, Muffy. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Teresa. I'm just seeing everybody as they come in or as they're here. Thanks again, Ian. Jill. Thanks, everybody. Oh, and you know what else we haven't done? It's hump day, people. Mike. Okay. Oh, it's coming up. Okay. Thanks, Mary. Hey, Painty Girl. Okay. Thanks for stopping in. Don't have a terrible dentist appointment. Hey, Andrea. Okay. So let me see which one I've already started working in. Let me get, yeah. All right. So this one is the brand new one. I'm going to set it aside. That'll be for a giveaway on next week. I don't know if it'll be Monday or Wednesday, but from now on, I'm going to just have my giveaways be on the live show. It's just so much easier. I don't have to write down, keep names. Just whoever's here the day that I give away will win it. You know, will be in the random. So anyway, let's see. I guess I could zoom in one more. Oh, okay. I think we're good there. Should I zoom in one? Did it zoom in one? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to do a flip and also show you I've already started working in it. Are you loving me? I know, I do too. So let me tell you how I'm working. Okay, let me adjust my camera just a little bit here. Hang on, guys. Get it straight. And I could probably zoom in. Is that close enough, guys? Next Wednesday is the 4th. Is that a bad day to do a giveaway on the 4th of July? Because I'll be here. I'll probably, well, how about maybe Monday? Well, how about we do the giveaway on Monday? Let me write that down. So if you're watching this show, watch Monday, which is Monday the 2nd, July 2nd. We'll do it that way because a lot of people, I don't even know if I thought I'd be here on July 4th, but who knows? I haven't planned that far ahead. Okay, so Monday, we're going to do the giveaway. And now I got to start talking quieter because I know I'm talking really loud. So sorry. Thank you. Well, the black ones, these aren't new. The black ones aren't. The color ones are new. But I just got them all mixed in today. I just grabbed a handful of them and put them on. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that'll be on Monday. We'll be doing cat herding on Monday. Yes, Julie. Yeah, that will be better, I think, because a lot of people may not be able to be here for July 4th. So we'll do the giveaway on Monday, and it'll be one of these. So y'all can thank Melody for this month, next month, July month giveaway, because she's the one that sent it in. My wrists have personality. So I started working in this, and I got to say it now, no shading has been done yet, but I am working with the Crayola Super Tips. The Crayola Super Tips. This is a set Scoob sent me, and I have used this baby down. I use these for everything, Scoobs. So I'm using them on this book. I guess it's still a little far away, isn't it? Let's zoom in one more. Hang on. Is that better there? That looks a little better. I just don't want it to get too dark. Let's brighten her back up. There we go. That looks pretty good. And so that's what I'm using in this book. In the ones that Keni sent me, I'm using Copics because they're one-sided pages. So we'll get to that in a minute. These are double-sided pages. As you know, I think all these hardback ones are. Hannah Carlson, Maria Troll. You know, they're the hardback books are double-sided, so you can't use Copics. Have you noticed any new colors? Oh, yeah. There's a lot of new colors. And because I only had the 50 set, so the 100 set has lots of new colors. So, and the other thing, I'll tell you one more thing. So last night, I guess around 10 o'clock, our internet, the whole cable went out, internet and TV. And usually if there's a TV issue, just the TV will go out. Everything went out. So I'm scrambling because I knew I had to stream this morning. And I go, oh, man, so what's going on? So apparently there was a wide outage, cable outage in Georgia, Texas, Florida, California. So there was a big outage, apparently. It didn't even come back on to 4 or 5 this morning. So I'm thinking, oh, man, I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow. And then it came on. Then it took me an hour to get here, log it in and everything. Going live. So it's been yes, TV. And of course, I have my phone, which I have unlimited data. So, I'm not, completely unplugged, if you will. But yeah, so so I started last night thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to stream. So finally, the internet came on at about 5, I guess. I didn't really check the exact time it came back on. So anyway, it came back on, and then it took me an hour to get here. I'm like, oh my gosh, please, people, let me on the internet. Let me back on. So, yeah. So we're finally back on. Okay, so I am working and I've only just done some base coating. So y'all know that when you do some base coating, then after that, let me just grab my pencils here for a second. Then you can go in there and shade. I haven't picked any colors. I haven't done nothing, guys. Totally. And if you're joining us and this is all like discombobulated to you, welcome to our world. Your power went out. Oh, no. So we didn't have power outage. We just, apparently it was a big across the nation. I watch people on Twitter go, what the heck? Where's Spectrum? Well, it's Charter went to rename themselves to Spectrum. So it's Charter/Spectrum. And so I'm gonna sharpen right here. And so it finally came back on. Oh my gosh, I know. Ange, what will help me with my frazzled nerves? Right here, honey. Right here. Here we go. This is it right here. Right here, baby. So. Hear me breathing sighs of relief? I'm not going to color this whole page. I'm going to do a flip through, guys. I'm just showing you now where I go. So the base coat was the markers. No, I don't eat chocolate much. I really don't. I'll give you what helps me when I'm stressed? And it doesn't happen much, but when you got a major something and cleaning. I clean. That's what I do when I'm stressed. I clean. Clean and pray, combination. That's always good. Cleaning and praying. Hey, Elizabeth. It's been ages. Oh, well, good to be here. Thank you. Oh, it's Arctic Elizabeth. Hey, Elizabeth. You're the same. You're Arctic Elizabeth I follow on IG, right? The little pretty girl. She's cute as a little button. I just want to adopt her. Hey, Susan. Well, I'm getting ready to show it, Susan. Hang on, I haven't got that point yet. We're plain little ketchup this morning. That's ketchup, not mustard. Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyway, you get the idea. So what I did is I started with which color was? I don't even know if it was this color. Started with the base, just coloring with the base coat, and then you shade with pencil. So these are the super tips. All right. So once again, we're going to do a flip through Botanicum by Maria Troll. And so now we're gonna flip. We're gonna enjoy the moment. I could pray for a cleaner. Well, I think it's just the whole thing of the motion of cleaning, not having, completely just, it's almost like a meditation. You go in and start cleaning something, it's, scrubbing floors, I'm not talking about just throwing stuff in the dishwasher. I'm talking about like getting out the cleaner, the bucket and scrubbing the floors. Yeah, that kind of cleaning. That relaxes me. It just it's the physical activity. You probably could go jog and do the same, So I'm going to do a flip, and you're going to see throughout the book, you're going to see areas that I just colored. They're beautiful books. And if you missed it, guys, don't forget, I'm going to do a giveaway of the second copy. Melody sent me 2. So the other one I'm going to give away on Monday, because Wednesday is July 4th. So people will be gone. I might be gone. I'll stream before I go anywhere. If we have a family thing at the lake or something, I'll stream before we go. It's the fumes from the cleaning products. Button. Good one. Good one, Button. Hello from Korea. I don't know your name. I can't read Korean, but hello. I think I recognize it's Korean type. Mia, are you in Korea? I'll keep flipping while I'm talking. Now look, it's kind of flashed out because of the black. You know, some of the black backgrounds are black. And then we go back to normal. Well, Yoba Sale. Welcome, Mia. Hey, Nancy. And anybody else I missed? I'm sure I'm missing some people, guys. I'm, you know, a little, you know, I'm calming. So I started this one. And again, all this is a, no, it's not that color. Is it this color? Which color was it? No, it's not that color. I tumped my colors over. Tumped, you know what tumped is, right? Tumped is when this happens and they fall out. They tumped. Maybe it was this one. So all I did on here is just take it and kind of flick it from the bottom and from the top just to get some shading like in there. And then the rest of it, guys, I'll do with color pencil. So just getting in some color like that. So this is just this. That's all that is so far. Yeah. And so then the top of this is going to be in a mint green. And then the stem and her dress are going to be a little bit darker shade of green. And then her wing is the same purple as in the flower. See, here's what I think when I do these kind of fairy tale books. I try to imagine that the little characters, the little creatures are so part of the world that they could be the part of the world. In other words, this could be a bunch of fairy wings. This could be a whole bunch of fairy wings, and the fairy little girls are hanging up there inside of there. You know what? Can you kind of understand where I'm going? So I try to make it look like they're part of it. You have to look. It has to be like part of it. So I'm just going to keep flipping as we go. So here's another one I start again. No shading done. Just using the super tips. Doing a little bit of shade, you know, a little bit of color in there. And then she's going to have the flowers in the colors of her dress. And then her skin will probably, I won't probably use a marker, but her skin will be kind of this color. So she kind of like blends into the background, right? It's like they're all part of it. So whatever creature is in the scene, I make it, hey, Elizabeth F. Hey, Limo. How you doing? Limo's Norma. I love people's nicknames, so I like saying them. Of course, then there's Susan, who doesn't have one. We just call her Susan. And guys, don't forget to put your, if you're talking to me, put it in caps. I do see a lot of the chat, but if you are specifically talking to me, put it in caps so I can answer questions and stuff. So I just went kind of through my copy and started working in it. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. Thanks for being patient with my nerve on edge this morning. It's been like 12 hours of, you know, am I going to be able to stream? No. Can I stream? You know, stream went out. I mean, the internet went out, and it's a nationwide outage. Well, not nationwide, southern part of the, you know, nation. There was a bunch of outages, and I said, oh my gosh. So it was just like, and then I couldn't get on this morning. I'm thinking, was that part of the internet issue? Yeah, I don't know, but we're here. Now I just need my coffee. Oh, thanks, Emma. Oh, thanks, Mia. No, there was no storms. I don't know. If you called in, they has the standard recording. They're doing work, or it didn't say there was they said there was an outage because of, what did they say? I don't know if they said upgrade. You know, that's the nice way of saying if something goes wrong. Somebody could have cut a line and it's an upgrade. You know, I don't know. We don't know. Yes, we have there is bad storms in this area, Anya, but there's no storm. It was a charter / spectrum. Well, it was one area, Terry. It was like I think, I don't know if it was in LA, because there was a girl that streams. She tweeted out, I don't follow her, but she's in I think in LA. And she tweeted out, my stream just went down. Spectrum went down. And it was out all night. I mean, like from 10 to 4 in the morning. I don't know. Something like that. So it was out in, I think I saw people complaining in Georgia, Florida, Texas, and California. So, yeah. So I think it just depends on where the pipeline is. You know, they could have a pipeline going from different parts of the country. Who knows, you know. So it was, oh, here we go. Let's keep rolling here. So all right, here's like another good example of how I integrate the creatures with the nature. So there's these little dragons, right? And so I'm going to incorporate the same colors of the dragons with parts of the flowers. And so it looks like they're part of the, and again, I just have a little base coating in with the Crayola Super Tips. Hey, Sassy Pants. How's your visit going? So you see how the stems and the wings, so we got the stems of the flowers and leaves, and they kind of mimic the same lines that are in the dragon wings. See? I should just kind of hold it up just to look. So it does have, and Ian did tell me to diffuse my ring light. So I have some deli paper taped up over my ring light. So the brightness is not there. So it's thanks Ian for that tip. So diffused my my ring light with some deli paper. Hey Becky. So again, here we got I just got some of the vines and the leaves in. I just picked, color a couple of colors and just kind of went through. And it just needs a tiny bit of prop up here. Let me put that behind there. There we go. See, I started this one here, just going around the edge, just whatever color kind of struck me that I wanted to do. I also your color challenge. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mia. You just put this book in your cart, Kenny. It's a good one. So again, these are going to be like little pears. And then the same, like I just did the dots in the pears. There was some like little dots. So I put the dots in the pears and just started some of, no shading yet, guys. This is just some super tip. Everything is AC more near they're donating $1 crayon initiative for every pound of unwanted crayons donated. Oh, okay. I don't have an AC more near me, Mark. My closest Joann's is about 30 miles away. My two stores are Hobby Lobby and Michael's. I have a Hobby Lobby, guys, literally 3 miles from my house. A Michael's 5 miles from my house. A Tuesday Morning 3 miles from my house. It's going great too. Wants to build another building. Oh, the Opera House, the Sydney Opera House. That one might be a little tricky, Jean. Y'all remember I got that book at Books A Million on clearance. That book, I was going to use it in collage. And it's punch out. You can build the famous, like the Sydney Opera House. I think Eiffel Tower. I don't know. There's like 6 or 8 different things you could build. And Jean's nephew. Jean said something about looking for. I just said it to Jean. She gave it to her nephew. Can I show the picture, Jean? Can I show Tillen's picture? Or if you don't want me to, I won't. But because Jean has a private Twitter, so I don't know if she wants me to show it. But if I can, I'll show his expression, how happy he was. I'm going to wait on Jean to answer me. Sure. Okay. So let me go to her media. Let me find her pictures. Oh, wait, it's not under. Yeah, it is under media. Hang on. Here it is. So here's 2 pictures of him. So I turn this phone sideways. Let's make the picture big. So here he is when he got the book. And then he built the Colosseum. There's where he built the Colosseum. So that's Jean's nephew up in Canada. I know, right? Isn't that adorbs? So I was glad. I was happy to see this. See, when you see that child's face light up like that, you know. So yeah, so the book is really and again it wants to kind of flash out when it sees the black background. So here's another one where I went through and added all the stems. I know, isn't it cute? Hey, Nancy, Kimberly. I'm sure I'm missing some people. Hey, Mr. Q, how you doing? Good to see you. I got to get my coffee. I got to go get some coffee. I'll do that after I flip through this. So, yeah. So, thanks so much, Melody. So, again, Melody sent two copies of this. So, I'll be doing a giveaway on Monday. My monthly book giveaway. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to go get something to drink. Y'all had to help him. Yeah, well, Gene, those are pretty complicated builds. How old is he? He's a little fella. He did great. Yeah, I think Jean's mentioned they had to end up gluing a couple tabs because it wasn't. He's just 7. Yeah, I had to glue some of the tabs weren't staying in place. So yeah. So then they have at the end here a Christmas one, and then they have, of course, I can't read it. I think it's all is it in Swedish? Anyway, I'm not sure. Where's Marie Troll from? I know one of the other girls is in Sweden, but I probably have them confused. Yeah. Hey, Amy. So this is a Botanicum by Maria Troll. Okay. It is Swedish. Okay. Thank you. Is it Hella? Hella Mikkelsen? Hella? Are you in Sweden, Hella, or Norwegian? We're going to be coloring Kangaroo, but I'm showing the books first. We're doing new color book flips. New color book flips. Yes. Hey, Joe Gill. Danish. Okay. Thanks, Hella. Am I saying that right? Is it Hella? Hey, Josie from Sweden. Hey, Packer Die. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Hella's from Denmark. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm going to leave this right here for just a minute while I go run get some coffee. Y'all know, well, I usually put Andy Warhol here. He's my little Andy Warhol finger puppet. But it's hump day, so I'm going to put Phil. There's Phil. We'll let Phil sit there. I'm just going to run downstairs and grab a cup of coffee and some juice, guys, because I can't stream for 3 hours with nothing to drink. All right, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to try to leave the door open and the cat's in. We'll see how that works out. I can't promise anything. I'm going to keep my juice and my drinks away from them. You'll have to go around the other side, big guy, if you want to get up on the table, which I'm sure you do. All right. So, my little, here he comes. There's Oliver. He's the big dog, or he's the big cat. He's the big dog of the two cats. The other one is Malibu, and she's the tiny one. So we're going to do a little bit more on this in a minute. And so here, let's just lay down here, let everybody see you. How about let everybody see you for a minute? Let Mama pet you and get some good vibes going here. So yeah, he's just a purring. He wants to chew up the little paintbrush there. So yeah, let's just take it's not even an ASMR moment. He wants to play with the paintbrushes. Here, how about I give you one? All right, here comes the girl. Hang on, guys. He's playing with the paintbrush. He's flicking the paintbrush. I have Phil is on a paintbrush. Look. So he wants to play. Let your sister in here. Sister's right there. Oh, you're Hellas Coloring on IG. Do I follow you? Hello? Let me get the phone. We're just going to take a moment. Yes, Speedy is caught. Yeah, I got to go up and down the stairs too. So, all right. Don't poke your eye out with that thing. Good grief. I'm looking you up, Hellas. Search. I probably already follow you. Yeah, I do. I follow you already. Oh, yes, I know. They love playing with my paintbrushes. Why are you pushing on my hand? Let's just spin you around. Let your sister come in here for a minute. Well, come here, Malibu. It's okay. No, can't get in the paint water. No paint water. No paint water. You're gonna get that thing up your nose. Oh, first time watching live. Well, isn't this an experience, Chris? Yeah. I told you this is what happens when I let him in the studio. There is no, come here, baby. There is no, you just, no, I don't want to get in the way of your play. There you go. So we'll just have a little moment of cat television. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's look up at the camera. Here, look up at the camera. Can you look up at the camera? Here. Don't take my toy away, Mama. Don't take my toy away. Yeah, they just need a moment. It doesn't hurt for me to have that moment either. Here's the girl. Here she is. There's Mally. There's little Mally. See, she's much tinier. Get the sweetest one. Get the sweetie. Big guy here. No. See, now I gotta shove them off the desk so I can show the other books. No, this is why I can't have them in here while I'm out. That's why I can't have them in here while streaming. Oh yes, Malibu will fetch. She will fetch those little mice. Do I have one in here? No. She will fetch those little cat toy mice, all day long. And she flies across the room. You can throw it in, throw it up in the air and she will fly across the room. Okay, is this nap time now, children? Really? Really? Here, I'm going to give you Phil down on the floor. Here. Go get Phil. Go get him. No. I threw it on the floor so you can have Phil. No. No, don't try to bite me because you're all frisky. You're going to pick on your sister? Okay, so we need to, I'm going to have to move them, guys. I know as cute as they are, I'm going to have to, I'm going to shove you around to your sister. There, pick on her. Oh, she's right here. See, she's right there. She's trying to get markers. They're going to look up at the camera because they can hear it. There's Oliver. Hey there, Oliver. You just looking up at the camera? Malibu, is it nap time? Oh, time for the markers now. Okay, so I'm going to have to move them. Yeah, coffee and cats in the morning. Okay, big guy. You're going to have to get off here. You and your sister, okay? I know. No, leave the Copic here. Let's leave the Copic here. Come on. There you go. All right. And your sister. Let's roll her over here for a minute. There's little Malibu. I think she was the runt. Okay, come on. No, you can't have my Copic. No, come on. Let's take you over here with your brother. Hang out there with your brother. Now they're going to have WrestleMania. Okay. So again, thank you. Thank you, Melody, for sending us 2 copies of this book, one for a giveaway. Let's see is that pretty close right there? Yeah, they purr a lot. It's exhausting stealing markers. Yeah. And then Keni sent these 2, which again, I've already started playing in. This one is mascara, Mardel Rubio. And this one is Flowers and Gems, Grazia Salvo. So, yeah, and I will just, I did diffuse my light, but it's still a little bright there. So I'll just do a little prop up. And these, I did start working in them in Copics because they are, yes, Amy, I only do one, I'll do one book a month and it is international. So, yeah. I'm trying to give away one book a month the first week of the month. So we're going to do it on Monday because July 4th is Wednesday. That's what I've been told anyway. I haven't looked at my calendar. Okay, so this one is mascara, Bursting Midnight Enchantment. So I'm gonna do a flip through. Again, Keni sent me these 2, and she said, "You don't have these, do you?" I said, "I haven't even heard of them. I don't even think I've seen flip throughs. I'm sure they're out there, but I just, I get behind on watching videos." That you like these, Shirley? Shirley's probably colored. Maybe that's where I've seen them. Maybe Shirley. But I don't think I've seen flip throughs. But I didn't know that. No, I have the other Mardel Rubio. So I don't think I've seen this one. Somehow mascara sounds familiar. Here comes Oliver again. But I don't think I've ever seen Flowers and Gems. Okay, so you're going to lay there, right there on the book. Is that the plan? Man, this is why I have to lock you out of the studio. You're going to have to kind of move over. And they're one-sided, and they're thick. So they're like cardstock. And Mardel has another new one coming out on Sunday. Oh, God, there's so many. We just can't keep up, can we? No, you can't eat my bracelets. Okay, so I'm going to do a flip through this. And I have a couple tagged that I want to color. And I think I started one. I just got these yesterday. And I'm going to do Copics in them. Well, Copics and alcohol markers. And the reason I like to do the alcohol markers in something like this, they're thick and they're one-sided. So it doesn't matter if you go and colored in it. Okay, I didn't see that. How did I miss colored in this one, Kenny? You know, when you see so many color books, you forget who shows what. I know, right? He's right here. He's trying to get my markers off the shelf. No, you can't have that thing of paintbrushes. No, I'm going to have, no. Don't unplug me. No, he's going to unplug the camera, guys. I got to move him. He's going to unplug the camera. All right, get out. We don't want that. It took too long. It took me an hour to get on here. I don't want him to unplug me. Oh, so it's really cute. Oh, it was during the giveaway? Okay, because I don't participate in other people's giveaways, so I probably just didn't see it. Hey, Debbie. Oh, okay. Well, thanks so much, Kenny. I appreciate it so much. I'm really having fun in them. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to lock. Hang on, guys. I'm going to have to shut the door. I have to shut the door on you guys. Sorry. I'll be doing that all day because they're going to want up here. I don't mind when I'm not streaming, if they're just laying here, you know, but, you know, when I'm streaming, they're in the way. I know. Would you ever do a book? No, I wouldn't do a book myself. At least I have no plans, no intentions of it. There's so many books out there already, guys. You know, no. I'd have to. The thing about doing something like a book, you'd have to probably dedicate, you know, maybe a year of just doing just that to get a whole book done, drawings like this. I don't know how long it took them to do this, but it's not done. It's not done overnight. So I got too many other things going on that I'm working on to do a color book. So no. There's so many out there. There's hundreds, guys. There's already hundreds of color books out there. So it just doesn't appeal to me to do line art. That's why I buy the color books to color them, because I enjoy the color pencil process and the coloring process. I enjoy that. So if I'm going to do any drawing, it's going to be to the end result that I'm going to color it, like my little animals, or, you know, a project where I'm coloring, color penciling, whatever, you know, coloring in something that I've done, not just draw the line art. Yeah, too many other irons in the fire for sure, Julie Topaz. Oh, thanks, Kenny. So again, I'm really, you know, they're just awesome, all of them, you know. Y'all know I love to color. Look at the owl with all the jewels. It's got all kinds of jewels all in there. And then here's a cat, and it's got a mask, a giant mask and ring, and the jewel that's real close up to you. And looks like a perfume bottle. There's a little shading guidelines. I'm still getting used to shading with my imagination. I like high contrast, so darks and lights. And I have people all the time ask me, see, I just started this one. I just put 2 colors down. I haven't even done anything. And again, I'm writing down the numbers so that if I go from page to page in some of these color books for you guys, I have the Copic numbers. This is just 2 colors. I haven't even had time to blend them yet because I was working on another page in the other book. Should it ever be back in stock? I don't know, guys. I can't tell you what books are in stock and out of stock. I don't keep up with that stuff. I can't. There's no way I can keep up with that. So I just started base coating him in. And what attracted me to this particular page was his coat. This reminds me of the pop art of the 70s. Peter Max. This reminds me of Peter Max. Hey, Dot. Dot, did you stream? Yeah, Peter Max, you know, Terry knows. Did you stream, Dot? I didn't. I saw somebody talking about it. I didn't see a link. I didn't keep up. Anyway, that's what this reminded me of. So I just kind of, made it stick there. And so you see, this is what happens. It goes through. Always make sure you put something behind. Put behind your page when you color with Copics or alcohol markers in general. When I did in the Botanica here with the super tips, it doesn't go through. They're water-based and they don't go through. They don't even ghost on this heavier paper. They don't even ghost. Oh, you had to go to her Facebook page. Do you have a special page? Dot, I follow you on Facebook. I didn't see anything, but I wasn't really hunting either, so I don't know. This is another one I want to color. I want to do this one. I marked the ones that I want to work on. So I want to do this one. And here's the an Egyptian king tut type mask. And then this one looks like Marie Antoinette type thing. I'll probably do her with blue hair. The light blue, powder blue hair. Maybe we'll do a little test with that. Here, I'll put that here. Maybe we'll do her hair. Thanks, Terry. Terry's putting in links for you guys. So if you're watching the recording, I'm recording chat, so you can go over there and look for Terry's links. His mommy was Egyptian. Julie Topaz. Hey, Colleen. And I like her too. Oh, I like all of them. I like them all for different reasons, right? I guess I got juice and coffee here, guys. Let's keep my voice going here. And I have a fan blowing on me. And I sleep with the fan blowing on me. This one's got the mask up here. And I liked him, like a Leif Erikson type, Viking type, with the dragons. And probably do him a redhead. Do him a redhead. So there's a lot of pages in it. And then, let's see, at the very back of this one, there's a poster. So there's a flip out double page poster. So that's hilarious. You can still see that video on YouTube, Julie. So anyway, that is mascara, Mardell Rubio, Bursting Midnight Enchantment. Okay, so Kenny sent these two. I got this right here just to kind of prop up one, like an inch off of the light there. And this one is Flowers and Gems, Grazia Salvo. And I don't think I know I've heard the name. I don't have any books, so Grazia Salvo. I don't think. And I've worked in a couple. You can see I got my black paper here. Let me just take that out for a minute while I'm doing the flip. And these have a lot of large faces. So I love her. Now, see, this reminds me of Colleen. If Colleen had long hair, the little hippie girl. Although Colleen's not old enough to have been a hippie. Me and Terry, we were. Colleen's too young to be a hippie. An ex-hippie. Yeah, I know. Me and Terry. Well, Julie, I guess I could link her in with us. Same. Well, no, Janet. I don't think Janet was ever a hippie. I think Janet was a good girl. Not that a hippie's necessarily a bad girl, but you know what I mean. I better shut up. You have this one, Limo? Hi, Amanda. Thanks for stopping in. Terry says, I'm proud to be an old hippie. This is one of your favorites, Jill? Suzanne, that was a bad girl. Julie Topaz, I'm still a bad girl. Wink, wink. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the one I'm working on. Again, I put down the colors I'm using. So I'm doing her a dark-skinned girl with the dress, and the color's a little off. It's a little not quite as orange as that in person. Looks in real life here, it's a little bit browner color. She looks a little orange on camera. But anyway, so I want to do her where her skin is showing through here and her arm, and then partially showing through here. Of course, you're going to have netting. You're going to have netting in a wedding dress, right? So it's like I'm kind of fading it in to the tan. So, and then I'm doing an ivory color dress right here. See, I've got the ivory color. And I really like her. So, yeah, she's coming along. The skin are E00, E11, and E97. And again, it looks a little orange on camera. But if you have those colors with Copic, you know they're not quite that orange in real life. And then these are some other ones I tested and stuff. But that's 2 coats of the E97. I didn't need to quite go that dark because it was dark enough. See, there's 2 coats. And then I blended with the E00 and the E11. The E00 is the ivory color here, but it also blends. It'll blend. So y'all know I'm pretty new to Copics and alcohol markers and how to blend them and multiple colors blending. I usually pick 2 or 3 colors and just stick with 2 or 3 colors to blend. You know, because my skill level is only at that. The water faces are great for collage and journal pages. Yeah. Is that what you're using them for, Limo? Cutting them out and putting them in your art journals? And that's one of the nice things about a single-sided page, too. And this one is cardstock as well. So yeah, so I just made a little, I'm just sticking it in there with a Post-it note just to kind of keep track of it because I'm going from picture to picture, and I don't want to forget what colors I'm using with Copics because I don't know them well enough to like my Prismacolors. I know what colors they are, not the name or the number, but I know what pencil it is. But Copics, I don't know the colors well enough. 4 Copics are easier to blend than 3. Yeah, I'm sure they are. But I'm just getting used to what goes with what. So yeah, so there's her as a start. But I really like the way her dress, how it's kind of fading in like that. So, oh brother, Eileen says Susan's good at blending. She's a bartender at night. You girls are such cornballs. And so you see how it goes through though. So make sure, that's why I had this black piece of paper behind it so that it, didn't get onto this page, right? You girls. Hey, Arts AB. So let's keep flipping here. This is one I have marked to do. I love her. Maybe we'll work on her too. See, I want to work on 3 or 4 things today. Isn't that terrible? Hey, Kim. Love this one too. Oh, I love all of them for different reasons, right? Hey, Faithful. Hey, Pearl. Anybody else coming in? And this is another one I have it marked to do. She has on a sweater. I think that trying to get that texture sweater with Copics will be fun. You know, see, it's got like texture, sweater texture. I think that will be fun. Maybe we should work on that. I don't know. See, there's so many I want to work on, guys. Remember, if you're talking to me, hey, Zeely, put it in caps. So I know you're talking to me. I know, aren't there, Colleen? Beautiful girls in this one. Here's another one. Now, I see her as maybe a redhead. I mean, she kind of looks like Elsa, but I think I would like to do her as a redhead instead of a blonde. So thanks so much, Kenny, for sending these. And thanks, Melody, for sending us Botanicum. So, and her too. I love doing African-American hair. I like doing braids. I like doing the texture. I don't know. I just like doing it. Hi, Claire. Good to see you. Thanks for being here at the live show. I know, aren't they, Kenny, beautiful girls? She did excellent work on the shadowing and the highlighting with just the grayscale, just the line art and the inking. She's got good. She does eyes well for just black and white. You know, love the book. I just did that one, and you said you did a redhead. So aren't they great? You're going to be poor this summer, Amanda. Ian, have you ever put gelatin on your page to stop ink or paint linking? No, I never do anything like that, Ian. Yeah. I guess for one thing, I've tried the clear gesso. We did a test on that a while back, maybe a year. I don't know. I don't know how long ago it was. But we tried the clear gesso. I don't like the way, and if I put it on I don't need to put anything on the back if it's a one-sided page. I don't care if it goes through as long as I remember to put my back, piece of paper behind it so it doesn't, hurt the next page. But if there's something on the back side, you want to coat it or coat it with gesso. I just don't like the way the mediums react or act on top of gesso, clear gesso. But I just don't. And her, I want to do her. My little Asian girl. She's so pretty. Just want to stare at them. They're so pretty, aren't they? Just so lovely. She got a little butterfly. This one. And I like the way that, hang on. Gracia is, I'm not sure, is that a woman, Gracia? How he or she did so many different ethnicity, different ethnic girls. Yeah, stars. This is Flowers and Gems, Gracia Salvo. Yeah, and there are cardboard. This did come with cardboard backings. I mean, it did come with cardboard to put in between. But I like to use the cardstock here, like this black sheet's just a little thinner. So I just like using a little bit thinner. It's thick enough to prevent the bleed to the next page. It is a woman. She's pretty active on IG. Did I follow? Did I start to follow her after I saw this book? Let me look real quick. I know I follow the other ones, like Maria Troll and some of the other ones. I think I follow Mardell Rubio on Facebook and on IG, but I don't know about this one. Let's see here. Let me see. I got 2 more pages after 3 more. Let's finish. Love her too. I love all the lace and the tattooing and all the detail on her. I'd love to see you do girls like one of these, starting with a blank page and drawing her and coloring her. You mean just draw my own girl? Well, how I do my, my portraits are color pencil. You've seen me how I do people. I do color pencil portraits. Let me see. Gracia Salvo. Okay, I think this is, yeah, there we go. Okay, I found her. I'm thinking that's her. I'm looking for actual artwork of hers here. I'm sure there's not 2 that are color book artists, so I'm sure that's the right one. So she is under a different name on IG search Flower and Gems. Okay, Zilu. Well, I found her I found her by Grazia. She's creature in context, and I guess it's in Spanish. It means enchanted creatures. But you can find her. It is under there as well. You can see it. Well, maybe. Let's see. There we go. That's her right there. Okay, so I'm going to get back to this. I'm going to go back to Botanicum for a minute. The Maria Troll. I'm going to come back to this. I just got to prop it up just an inch. An inch is really all it needs to be propped up so that I do have my ring light diffused. Thank you, Ian, for that tip. Oh, she's a tattoo artist. Oh, okay, I did not know that. I'll look her stuff up after a while. Okay, thanks, Scoops. I'm getting ready to bust out the super tips. Scoop sent me these. I use these for so many things. I use it when I'm highlighting, if I'm annotating books, highlighting, note taking, mind mapping. I use them to go around, the different categories. I just use these all the time. Plus coloring. So I'm going to do a little bit of play in here. I think I can click in one more. Let's zoom in one more. Maybe 2. That looks good. So what I've been doing, let me move this out of here for now. It keeps flying out. What I've been doing, I showed this earlier. If you're just joining us, let me tilt that one little iota. There we go. So just going through and finding areas to color with the marker, the super tips. So that's all that I've done so far. So let me just pick one and kind of just show you that. No shading yet, just going in here. And this is kind of fun. I have 1 or 2 color books that I do this with. I just have my markers here, and maybe you only want to take 1 color. Now remember, this is water-based super tip Crayola. They're not alcohol markers. Alcohol markers, let me show you the one that I got going on over here. Alcohol markers will go through. This will happen. And this is thick paper. It will go through. So you got to realize if you have a double-sided page like this, don't use your alcohol markers unless you don't care if it goes through. Bye, Claire. I said good morning to you, didn't I, Pacola? Eileen, the enabler elf. Hey, Kmore. So I'm just going to kind of look here and just, I don't know. Okay, so I'm imagining these. No, let's don't do that one. I'll just kind of keep something kind of simple to show. So that's all it is so far. It's just a little bit of base coating with, you know, the Crayola. I'm not sure. Is Melody still here? Did she go? Y'all got to remember, Melody's 14 hours. I think she's 14 hours ahead. So it's like probably midnight, almost close to midnight for her. She's not feeling well, so she may have already gone to bed. And if I missed her, some people were asking about this book. She sent us 2, so I will be doing a giveaway on Monday. As long as I can get here, I'll be here on Monday. And give a copy of this away. Let me prop that up there. So I'm just kind of looking. I really loving my dragons here. So again, I'm trying to have the creature like incorporated into the nature scene. If you have any questions, just ask. I'll try to. Do you have this book, Karen? So here I started with some little flowers here. Let's look at, well, maybe I should save the pumpkin. I try to save all the pumpkin types, coloring things for Halloween time. If you can get it on Etsy. Thanks to Monty. So here's some little pears. Let's work on, I'll go ahead and like maybe shade some of these pears here. And maybe the bird cage here. I'm on these kind of books and most of these books, I try to leave, although I might put some dots or a few little vines or moss or things in the background, maybe a little glow around something. I'm trying not to color the backgrounds too much with these because I kind of like, especially this one's already got, black backgrounds on some. And not do any coloring in the background. What's the difference between Crayola markers and the Crayola super tip? The super tips have a super tip. They have the bullet tip type. This is why they're called super tips, because of that tip, which you can do with the super tip. You can get a fat line, you can get a medium line, and going straight down, you can get a thin line. You can get all those widths with super tip. Now they're just water-based markers. They're not watercolor markers. They're not like the Kuretake real brush markers. That's real watercolor in a brush marker. These are just kids' markers. But they last so long, guys. If you've ever had a set, they just last forever. I have a couple that are starting to dry out that I've used a lot, but they last a long time. So what I was trying to get at is I can do the cage like black because I'm not doing a black background. Botanicum is from Printworks. Etsy is very, Melody said she got Botanicum from Printworks. Etsy is very expensive. Okay, oh, Melody going back to sleep. Oh, Melody, get well, girl. Get well. So, yeah, it might be more expensive on Etsy. Now, Printworks probably take you a little longer to get it, but, it might save some money. They are super long lasting, aren't they, Julie? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the cage black and gray. I'll do the front, like in the front area gray, and the back black, the back side of the cage black, and then all the little Now I really have to zoom in, I think. So hello, everybody coming in. Okay, so this will be the front. And I got to kind of get over to the side so I can draw a straight line. Okay, so let me find the back ones first. I don't know that I'll do the whole thing. I'm just kind of showing y'all what I'm doing with this book. I'm going to work with super tips. Okay, so that one from the back came toward the front. That's weird. Okay, that should have been gray then. I'm trying to find the back ones. Let's start at the bottom where I can see it. This one. Hang on, guys, I'm not looking at chat for just a second so I can draw these straight lines. On the back. This one. Glad we have a Dutch. You have a Dutch version? Awesome, CB. Okay, that one you can't see. It's behind there. Just trying to get the front ones and versus the back ones. There's another one that's in the back. I don't know. Maybe they all kind of look. It's kind of hard to. Maybe they just kind of run together. Because I'm seeing that they're kind of not exactly front and back. They're just kind of all running together. So I think I'm just going to do them all black. Let's just do that. Can highlight some with the blue pencil if I want it to have a highlight. Got that a little crooked. See, normally I'd be turning the book to draw a straight line. But I try to stay in camera for you guys. Okay, let's do that one. Maybe I'll do the circular ones gray. The ones that go all the way around. So y'all tell me, what are some of y'all's favorite books? I think I want that to be. I mean, I know a lot of y'all have done the top 10, and I look back at that top 10, and I could have said should have done, coulda, woulda, shoulda, a top 20, because I looked at what I picked for my top 10, which I included all Bennett Klein books as one book. So I could have easily picked another 10. Susan, you're working on a folder with digi stamps. Your folder with you're working on, are you making a folder, or do you mean you have a folder on the computer of digi stamps and you're organizing them on a folder? Thanks, Ian. Yeah, y'all click the like, and also if you want notifications, hit the bell. Ring my bell, people. Ring my bell. Button likes Mythomorphia, Kirby's Mythomorphia. Julie Topaz like Doodlers Anonymous. I love me some Doodlers Anonymous, and Kirby and Johanna Bass. See, I mean, I love Johanna Basford's art. It's too tiny for me. I mean, I could do it. It would take me a year and a day. It's too tiny for me. I don't mind like some tiny elements, but everything of hers is tiny. You almost have to, I don't know. Do you do yours in gel pens? I know you use a lot of gel pens, Julie. Do you color her books with gel pens? You almost would have to color her books with gel pens, wouldn't you? Or do a wash and then go in there with gel pens? Zeely likes Mythomorphia and Mysterious Library. Yes, that's another one I want to get back to. Mysterious Library. That's one that I'm doing the super tips in. Hey, Faithful likes Harakana. Oh, I can't even pronounce that. I don't even know. If I know the book, I don't know it by the artist name. It's a Japanese book. Yeah, Terry doesn't color much. I mean, I think I've seen her do something color book, but Steph use fine liners and gel pens button for Johanna Basfer. Is it Johanna? Johanna. I guess Johanna would be the male name, right? Johann versus Johanna. I don't know. April, Succulent Dragons. I don't know if I know that one either, April. I'll have to check out your channel. Coloring Down Under. When I started Secret Garden, it went off the screen. Trouble used to color. Now she uses her arms for this and arting other ways. Yeah. And Terry, thinking about you I took down a note of when the third. So take care of yourself. Melody Jones says, I use pencils on Joanna's books, and I sure go through my green. I bet. She has a lot of nature. All right, so now what I want to do, I did that with black. Now let me get a gray. This is kind of a green gray. That's kind of a silver gray. I don't know I guess that's actually a silver. I don't know that I've used the silver. Let's try the silver. We have the hiccups now. Good grief. That's by Stephanie Law, okay? And Benny is Working Imaginary Garden by Jane Hankins. I don't think I know that one either. Sorry, guys. CB's working in Minette de Bonheur. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. That's one of my favorite animal books, CB. I love that book. I've colored a few pages in it. They're some of my favorite coloring pages that I've done. And you like Momo Girls? Yeah, and I've only done one in Momo, so I need to do more in Momo. Barb W. is Bennett Klein's new book. Is it the Chibi? Chibi? Is that what Bennett Klein's new one is? Melody said Succulent Dragons only from Kickstarter for now by Stephanie Law. Okay. See, I haven't gone to her Kickstarter or anything. Ian doesn't do close, but your favorite book is How to Make a Watercolor Paint Itself by Nita Engel. Oh, that sounds, yeah, Ian's a watercolor artist, so yeah. All right, so let's see the silver. Yeah, see, that's not enough contrast. It actually needs to be lighter. It needs to be like a light gray to have otherwise it's going to look just like the black. So I need it to be light gray. But that silver, I need to test that out. Let's look at that. I don't think I've ever used the silver. I'm not even sure I knew there was a silver. Well, it's not really shiny. It's a little bit shimmery, but it's not like glittery or anything. Trying to get everybody's color books that they're liking. Thanks everybody for being here. Oh, she does have Succulent Garden through her website now. The Kickstarter ended. Okay. See, I didn't even know about the Kickstarter. There's so much to keep up with, guys. I do my best. Do my best. I think we all try to get to as many places as we can, sites and channels and things going on. Lost Ocean and Blossoms and Butterflies by Jane Hayes. Lost Ocean is by, isn't that is Lost Ocean? I have Lost Ocean. I'm trying to think, that's not Johanna Basford, is it? I've done a couple out of Lost Ocean. I don't remember who it's by. And I still want to get all my color book pages that I've done finished to and show them all to you, because I haven't shown them all. Michaela says, I'm currently in the tiniest mandala that is in the Lost Ocean. It is from okay, so Lost Ocean is from Johanna, and I use pencils, but not Prismas, my Kohinoor polycolors, and I need to get them as sharp as possible. ASAS. That's good. I hadn't heard that. That's a good one. ASAS. As sharp as possible. Good one, Michaela. Hey, Mr. QD, are you still working on my book? On what book? Which book, Mr. Q? I'm not doing a color book. I don't know what you mean, what my book. If you mean my animals, that's going to be cell phone covers. I'm not sure what book you mean. Now I'm in color book mode. I don't know. Oh, of course I care what y'all like. I like to know what people are coloring in. That way, you know, if someone's coloring in something that I'm either coloring in or want to color in, I like to see what people do. Sometimes it takes me a month of Sundays to get to everybody's channel because I follow so many, but I do. Lost Ocean is by Johanna. Okay, now that's okay, Kenneth. Let me see where mine is. Okay, so here's my Lost Ocean. We'll take a little rabbit trail here because I do have a couple things marked in there. One, it looks like I'm working on one and I'm done with one. Hey, Katrina. So let's see what I've done in here. Okay. Oh, I'm working on this one. Never have finished this one yet. This one's got stickles in it. So you see all the glitter and all these lines. I think I put all those in myself. Well, I'm pretty sure I did. And then it's got orange and clear stickles. And it's not done, but that's that one. And then let's see here. And I finished this one. So these are the two. Sorry, it's a little, there we go. And that's all paint. So yeah. Thanks, Mr. Q. But I don't think I've done anything in the secret garden. And I think I picked that page because it was a lot of open space. Okay. A little shading in there, but oh wait, this line here. Okay. Thanks, Vicki. Hi, Linda. That's Army Linda. Have a different name here. Hey, Crafting with Deanna. I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. Hey, Mary. Kenneth, awesome. I have the jellyfish and about done with the seashell page. Yeah, I love jellyfish. And somebody again mentioned something about, was it Mr. Q? Someone asked me about a book. I missed the answer when I said, what book are you talking about? um, okay. Yes, real life was disturbing me this morning too, Shirley. It took me about an hour. It took me about an hour to get here this morning. It was disturbing. Hello, Akshara. Akshara, you're new. Welcome. I like this. I like to say that Akshara. Very exotic name. Thanks, Julie. Thanks everybody for welcoming all the newbies. You like them too, jellyfish? Yeah, yeah. Did you see my giant ink posters of jellyfish that I was working on by using dripping ink, Kenneth? Thanks, crafting. Crafting with Dina. I don't know if you want to, you want to put it in how you say it, phonetics. Yeah, I'll have to show. I have to make sure I'm backed all the way out to show you that because it's huge. It's a poster size. Oh, what book is this? This one's Botanicum by Maria Troll. And you can get it on Printworks and Etsy. Okay, and I did a flip earlier, so if y'all want to see it, see it. I did a flip through it. Okay, so now all I've done is see how I just kind of went in here a little bit with just a little of the kind of olivey green on the sides of the pears. And all I did on the pears of this was just, there's some dots that were on the pears and the little bottoms of the pears. I did that with the marker. And then I did the leaf stems with the marker. And I'm just kind of seeing what else I want to do with the marker before I get in here with pencil. Because I'm going to do pencil shading on top. Hi, Kalara. Yes, this is a hardback. And that's why they're more expensive. The hardback books are more expensive. Okay, so let's see. Maybe I'll do a little bit on the tree. Let me get a brown. And I keep a little test page if I'm not sure of colors. Do I want kind of a russet? That's too red. Let's see. Let's try this one. Is that a different? Yeah, that one's all. I've used that one a lot. That one's almost gone. Gotta have one that's got some juice to it. There we go. Let's start with that. So I think I'll do the trees. And again, I'll go back in with pencil for detail. But this is how I get a start. And another thing about, I think I did it on, what was the book we were just talking about a minute ago that I said I do marker in? Somebody has it. Anyway, if you just take a marker, like take a yellow or a red or an orange, take a marker with you and just go, if you're watching TV or whatever you're doing, and take that marker and go through the whole book. Like I could take this brown and go through the whole book and find everything that's brown as a start. The markers are the Crayola Super Tips. So I'm just going to get a little bit in here and leaving some white areas. Do I swatch your markers? No, I never have, Kenneth. Well, I should say never. I have swatched a couple things. I swatched my ink tints once. I did swatch my Neocolors once. But to be honest with you, I didn't even keep them. They were in some journal or something, and something was on the back side. I think they were in an art journal, the swatches. And I liked what was on the others because I'll deconstruct an art journal in a minute, in a fast minute. And so there was something on the other side of the art journal where my swatches were. So I cut it up. So I don't even have my Neocolor or my ink tints swatches anymore. But, I just don't work off of swatches. I just don't. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Don't email me. Yeah. Oh, I book hop, serious book hopper here. I'm a serious book hopper, faithful. And I think it was Erin that talked about that she put pink. I don't remember what her color combination was, but she'll put a pink for in progress and blue post-it notes for finished. So I started doing that on a lot of books, but I don't know. I just go from book to book. No, it wasn't Lost Oceans. Library, Mysterious Library. Mysterious Library is one that I'll go from book to. There's a few. There's a few that I'll go. And just like speaking of book hopping, um, Mythomorphia, Anamorphia, and all those. I spent one Saturday on a live show for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 hours. I don't remember how long. And base coated, acrylic washed, base coated the whole book. Every background, major animals. I went through and base coated for 6 or 8 hours one Saturday. That's all I did. I just love when you say don't email. Well, y'all know what I mean. I don't really mean don't. I mean, I don't mind nice emails. But, you get those every now and then. You're so chatty. Yeah, it's a chat show. You repeat yourself a lot. Yeah, people ask me the same questions over and over, and I answer them over and over. I'll probably mention the name of this book 10 times before I'm done working in it. You got to laugh, people. You just got to laugh. That's all you got to do. But so when I say don't email me, I mean, like, why even bother with snarky crap? You know what I mean? Why even? One more question. Yes, Kenneth. Do the markers you're using bleed through? No, they do not bleed through. The water-based markers do not bleed through. Now, can they bleed through? This is heavier paper, so, probably not on this. This is a piece of, but if you have, like, let's say a Create Space book, which is like copy paper. Let me get a piece of copy paper here. Do I have a piece of copy paper? Now I'm digging through my papers here to find something thin. Yeah, that's a sketchbook paper. I'm looking for something thin. Where's my... here we go. So if you're using copy paper, which is like in Create Space, it's always really a good idea to put something behind your page anyway. But like I can use my super tips, and it's not going to go through like this. Okay, it'll ghost a little. But can you make it go through? Let's say I wanted this real, real dark brown. So I just keep coloring on it real dark. I want it real dark brown. See, you can make it go through. But it's not going to go through on this heavier cardstock type paper. Yeah. Yes, Julie. You don't want well, actually, you accidentally pulled the tips off your Crayola markers. How do you accidentally pull the tips off? You mean your these bullet tips on the super tips? You pulled them off. Now, if you smash down on them, if you have a strong hand, Mr. Q, you could probably pop that off. If you push down too hard, it'd probably pop right off. I don't know. I don't know if it's in there as a tube or what's in it. I've never taken one apart. Can you call out the... there's no names on them, Faithful. That's one thing about the Crayola. There is no name to them. There's no color name or number. Yeah. If I'm going to use markers as a base, yes, I put the markers first. Although you can do some marker on top, but if you have used Prismacolor and it's real waxy by the time you've got a lot of shading done, it's real waxy, and you try to go on top of that with it, you want to make sure it's dry because it's going to sit on top of that wax. Sometimes if you've got it real waxy and you put some water-based on, it's going to rub off. So that's a little trickier. It can work. I've done it on some things like some dots and a few things. but you got to make sure it's dry because the water-based marker is sitting on top of wax. Oh, I see. You snapped them off, putting them back in the capsule. You know why? You probably done that because one side is not the lid, right? I've smashed them in the wrong end too. But yeah. Hang on, I got to answer Hubster. He just got to his destination, so. Yeah, that was another thing running around this morning. He had to leave, and that was a joke from last week. I'm just messing with. Oh yeah, I get that kind of stuff. I just don't talk about it very often. You know, once in a while, when I say don't email me, I explain what I mean by don't email me, and I'll give you all an example of some, you know, somebody's comment that was just like, you know, really unnecessary. It's like they don't have anything else to do kind of comment. But most of the time, I just delete them. See, for the most part, I try to leave my chat comments open on, especially the live stream, for at least a day. Then I go and I put them as approved only. So if you leave a comment on my videos, other than that day's videos, I have to approve them first. I don't like hate. I don't like, you know, I've had people message or comment on other people in the comments, and that just, I don't let it go through. So if someone is saying, you know, I really don't like the way you watercolor, it does so and so, I'll let that go through and I'll answer it. And once in a while, I'll let a comment go through where someone says, you sure chat a lot, you talk a lot, why do you talk so much? Once in a while, I'll let that go through too, just so I can explain to people. It's a chat show, people. It's a chat show. It's chatty. But for the most part, those kind of comments, I delete them. I don't have time. Who's got time for that negativity? You know, there's too many nice people, too many, you know, kind-hearted, nice art people that, you know, I don't have time for that, you know? And that's why we keep this channel political and religious free. You know, I mean, you know, everybody can say, you know, oh, I'm praying for you or something like that, you know, or talk about if they're doing Bible journaling. That's not what I mean. But we're not going to argue religion and we're not going to argue politics on my channel. We can do that over on Facebook. If you want to argue something, we'll go over on Facebook and argue about it. Oh, never been to a show. Yeah, they've never been to a live show to see what it's like to. And that's one of the nice things. I'm going to turn this, guys, so that I can get a straight line here. Well, at this angle here. But one of the nice things about coming over to YouTube, other than the HD and the you know, nice quality and the ease of it, when I could get on. This morning is tricky, but anyway, is seeing the chat. And, you know, some people like it, some people don't, that you can see the chat after it. I like the fact that you can see the chat after, because then people that are watching the recording can see why we're chatty. There's lots of questions, lots of things going on. We're chatting, people. We're chatting. And so I like the having the chat seen after the, you know, when you're watching the recording. Okay, so I left some white areas. You see, I'm just kind of getting some base color in there, but I want to leave some light areas. You know, one of the things about using markers is you have to be careful that it doesn't go too dark. You can, thanks, Kimberly. You can go over it with pencil and can always paint over things. But if you just want to base coat something, you got to be careful, like leaves, for instance. The greens, even the lightest greens, can get kind of dark. And so if you want some highlighted areas of leaves, you really need to leave that area white and go in there with pencil, shade it with pencil. Yeah, I do. I'm glad to have the chat show. Hey, Arts. Okay, thanks for stopping in. And that was another thing about a long live stream. They're long. So even when I'm watching recordings, now if I'm there live, of course, I'm watching it live and usually working. I don't know what color I want that border. Well, let's go ahead and do this tree. So they're long. And so if I come across a recording I want to watch, let's say I want to watch Anne. And Anne's doing a color along or color something. And I will either, if it's something I really want to listen to, then I'll watch maybe 30 minutes, an hour, depending on how long I have. Or if I'm watching it and I don't have a lot of time, I'll skim through it. Let's say she's coloring a tree and she's going to be on that tree for 15 minutes. Then I'll just skip over 5 or 10 minutes till she's onto the flowers or whatever. You see? I've stepped from the dark to the light. Thanks, Lynette. Oh, thanks, Kenneth. But, and some shows, you just getting into whatever they're talking about. If someone's telling a story, a life story or something, you're all into it. Then you listen to the whole thing or come back later. But I love those are my favorite shows. I will watch short videos or speeded up videos when maybe, I don't know, I'm in the car, not me driving, but riding, or, sitting somewhere waiting for something. I'll watch those quicker videos or the speeded up videos, something like that. But when I'm working, almost 99% of the time, I go to videos that are long. So I can just put them on and have them on the background, listen to them in the background. Slider bars for, if you didn't know, you can slide past. And so a lot of us, especially, us streamers that are used to having like a little bit of a pre-chat before we ever hit record when we were over on Ustream, we could talk to people before we actually recorded the show. Before it went, it was still live, but it wasn't like recording yet. So we could sit there and chat for 20, 30 minutes with everybody, say good morning, and then hit record. Well, you can't do that on live. I guess you could there's probably some settings and, doing some other things, but just hitting live and going live, you're live right away. So, it takes a few minutes to say good morning to everybody. And, that's just the way we roll. So that's the things, if you don't like listening, and I see Z all the time too, Zandra, she does her recordings. If you don't want to see my haul video, just skip forward about 15 minutes past the haul, so you can just skip past it. Okay, so I think that's all the brown right there. So there's some little apples or some kind of other fruit. There's pears, some other fruit, and there's these light bulbs. I think I'm going to go ahead and get a light yellow and just go ahead and color in all the light bulbs. I can go back on top of it with a Posca for a highlight if I need to, or, some pencil, but I'm just going to do the light bulbs all yellow here, just so I don't get them mixed up with the apples or whatever that is. Okay, so, and again, no shading yet, just putting on some base color. I know, I love long videos when I'm working. Yeah, that was the pre-show chat where we just, caught up with each other and stuff like that. Maybe I'll make them some kind of a, well, let me get my little test paper here. Maybe kind of a rosy color. I'm going to just put a rosy color. And I'm not going to do them all solid. I'm going to leave some little areas to highlight. So I'm going to find all those little fruits, whether they're apples or whatever they are. See how I only did the pears halfway? I didn't color them in solid because that's just the dark part. And then I'll go in there and shade. So again, guys, this is fun to do. If you just take a color book, try it sometime. Take a color book that you're using markers in or that you want to use markers in, and what I'm talking about now is just the water-based, these that don't bleed through, not Copics where you're blending and all that. And just take a book that you like and 3 or 4 colors with you. Go sit down, watch TV, and go through the whole book. Go through the whole book and find whatever you want those colors. And just color one color for an hour. You'll be surprised how fast you can get, stuff done when you just do that. I'm looking through, see here, I'm sure I'm missing some of these little fruits in here somewhere. The pears, this is a pear tree. This is like some kind of a cherry tree or a apple tree or whatever. And then I got the close-up of the pears. Best way to deal with trolls. I don't deal with trolls. I just delete them. Yeah, and same thing. My mods are. If we come and get a troll in here, we don't talk to them. Don't just ban them out. And if somebody accidentally gets banned, or my mods have accidentally kicked each other out because the chat's rolling, guys. It's scrolling, and you got to go across to the end, click the name, drop down, and then click and boot them. And sometimes you accidentally click on someone's wrong name. So if you accidentally get booted or banned, just, Twitter me and I'll go and unban you. No, but if you're a troll, then sorry. It could be a partridge in a pear tree. Be a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah, Gary feeds the trolls a blue wrench. Let me see if I can put my hands on that book where I'm working through it. I have a couple of them that I'm working through with just markers. See, Mysterious Planets. That's another one I want to get back to. There's so many books I want to get back to. Was it A Walk in Eden? No, I got some other things in there. I'll show that book, though. I'll show a couple that I'm working on here. See, when I did my top 10, I missed a whole shelf. So I said, oh, these are the top 10 I take. There's some that I actually just missed. So Mysterious Library. Oh, there's another one, too. Wait, is that it? No, there's one more, I think. What's that other one I'm thinking of? There's another one here. This one. Color Me Enchanted. This is one. So, yeah. So, we're a friendly group here. We're not banning people just on a whim. Okay, so I'm just going to put I'm going to put this aside for just a minute. This is one we're working in, Botanicum by Maria Troll. And again, Miss Melody sent us 2 copies, so one will be given away next Monday. All right, so let me show you a couple other things here that I've worked in over the years. Color Me Enchanted. And this is one that, okay, this is a good example. So I sat down with my yellow super tips and just went through the whole book. Now, I'm not saying I got everything I want yellow, but I just would flip through the book and color everything I wanted yellow. And I've done it with a couple colors. Let's see. So I just did, this is yellow here. In case y'all hadn't seen these books, I'll just flip through these for a minute. Janet. Janet, good one. Janet said, except for me, I might get a whim. Terry goes, I walk softly, but I carry a big blue wrench. You guys, y'all are so fun. I love my mods. And these pages are perforated, so if you wanted to tear them out. But I mean, and I tear out a lot of one-sided pages, but when they're double-sided pages or a story like this, I don't usually tear those out because it's the whole story. It's the whole, book vibe. Same thing for the Botanicum or, those kind of books. I don't tear pages out of the hardback books, but I'll tear them out of pretty much anything else if they're one-sided. And so here I did some teal color. So I went in here probably with maybe, I don't know, this color or something. and colored some base coating. And then I went back, and here's where I have done some shading. So I've done some shading on this. But sometimes it's just fun to take a book and know in your mind you're not going to finish a page. You're going to just keep coming, just going to roll through the whole book and just do a little bit here and there. It's really free. If you don't have a book that you're doing that in, you need to. You need to have at least one book where you can just go through and just work on with one color, come back, What book is this one, CB? This one is Color Me Enchanted, Masha Dion's and Gayla Lazuli. It's two women that did this book. There may be a profile about them in the back. Where's that book? Well, it just talks about them here. I don't know what year it came out. Let's see if there's a copyright. This is from 2017. Probably the beginning of 2017. Because, hey Marie, because I've had this one longer than just like a year. So it's fun to do that. So pick a book that you want to just do that with, and you'll eventually get done. You've got two books by Jade Summer. I like black line art, but my passion is grayscale coloring. Yeah. And that's just two different animals, line art versus grayscale. I'm going to try that technique. Yeah, just find one book. And, you're just going to go back and shade and stuff later. Okay, so here's another one. Here's where I did orange. Then I went back later and shaded with some pencil, some Prismacolor on top. And they're just super tip, guys. They're not expensive. They're not expensive. You can get the pack of 50 at Michael's for $10. And use a coupon, and you can get a pack of 50 for $5. Scoobs bought me the pack 100, so I don't know how much she paid for that. She sent it to me. But they're not that expensive. They're just not. They're no near Copics or anything like that. And they're just so fun because you can get a base color on quickly and then go back, make sure it's dry, and you can go back and shade. So here's where I've done some orange, yellow, and kind of a blue-gray. So you can see, just work through. If you're afraid you're going to forget the colors, then write them down. Make a little like this. There's no numbers on Crayolas. You can't write down the number, but you could do a little, take a little piece of, just take a little piece of paper like this, and whatever colors you're using, make a little, small little chart. And then just, washi tape it onto the page. So if you want to remember, I pretty much remember the colors, but if you're afraid you're going to forget what colors, but if you take a yellow and you go through a whole book, you're going to remember that yellow. You know what I'm saying? You're going to remember what color you used if you've used it in 50 different pages or gone through a book, right? But if you're working more extensively and you want to remember the colors, just, scratch them down, washi tape it into your book. So when you come back, they'll be there. I got the 100 pack from Walmart online for $14. Yeah, they're not expensive. And they last, trust me, people, they last a long time. If you ever get a set of Crayolas and one or two are dried out, take it back immediately because something's wrong. I've never had that happen. All my sets that I've ever bought are juicy and last a long time. So Mark said, I have a few color books I go to and try to do them, and I freeze up and feel lost on what to do. Well, then try this, Mark. Try the technique where you just take a color, go through the whole book, and everything that you're going to do that shade of green, then just go through page by page. Here's another one. This is where I went through with the turquoise or the aqua or teal, the aqua. And this is like a giant corset like. See, there's the laced up bit right there. So I went in there, and this is what it started as. And then here's where I shaded on top. See where the shading is? So there's just the base coat. And then here's where I've gone on top with blue Prismacolor. Oh, you add numbers to them. That's smart, Raquel. Raquel says she adds numbers to her markers. That's smart. I did, it wasn't my idea. Someone else, I don't remember who, said to do with like ink, the ink, what do you call them? The ink ones. What are they called? The pencils that are ink. To do the tips of them because it's hard to tell what they are. Let me get those. I'll show you one for an example. Ink tints. So with ink tints, that color is not the true color. This is not, you can't tell the color. So on the ink tints, I took labels. And again, I didn't make this up. I didn't make the idea up, but labels, sticky labels. And I colored the ink tints, and this took a while. This took I'm telling you, this took some hours. And then did a wash because these are ink, ink pencils. It's not watercolor, it's ink. So when it's 100% dry, it's permanent. Well, maybe not 100%, 99% permanent. So I did this on all the on labels. And I just did a few at a time. I'm getting a Kleenex here to clean my brush. I just did a few at a time, maybe 5 at a time. And then I would cut out the label, which is sticky back, right? Cut the label out and wrap it around every single ink tints pencil. All 100 and how many are there? 120. I don't remember how many there are. So that way, when I went to use ink tints, they couldn't be more wrong on the colors, could they? I know, that is so true. They are totally not the color. So that's the color. So then I just did a little wrap on every single one so that when I go to pull an ink tints, I know what color I'm using. So that being said, the idea of taking these and wrapping a number on them, and you can number them whatever you want. Black could be 1, yellow could be 2, 3, whatever. You're welcome, Crafting with Dina. So the idea, and I didn't make that up. So I got that off of one of the girls. I don't remember who. It was years ago that I did this. But the idea of putting a number on your super tips, that's a great idea. And you get to just make up your own numbers because it's for your own little chart, right? So let me put this in tints back so I don't lose it. So again, I started with just a base coat of the marker. Nothing fancy. Sat down TV and went through the whole book with the teal marker or the aqua. And then later, here's where I did the shading. And it's not done, but just to give you, sticky labels is an awesome idea. Yeah. And you can get, with one sticky label, the labels are about like this big. They're about this big, address labels. And you can get like 5 colors on there, 5 or 6 colors. If you just do them, that's all you need right there is that big. And then cut them out. Takes a while though. I mean, because you color it down, you wet them, you let it dry, and then you go back and then you got to cut your little label bit out. Then you got to peel off the back and stick it on all 100 and whatever pencils. So it does take a little bit. Hey Kate, good to see you. No, I'm pretty sure now. Could there be duplicates in here? Maybe, but I don't really think there's some that are so similar, but they really are different. I really think all 100 are different. They're just a shade off. So I don't know. Maybe I can't swear that there's no duplicates, but that those two are pretty close. But I don't think they're the same. I think there are actually 100 different colors. Yeah, see, that's just a shade different. So they're, but I know what you mean. Some things, some marker sets that you see, the budget-friendly markers that you can buy. They'll come in a set, and like gel pens and stuff like that. And they'll have 2 yellows, 2 oranges, 2 reds. No, these are all different. So, yeah. But even the 50 set that you can get at Michael's and Hobby Lobby for $10 and then with the coupon get it for 5 or 6. That's a bargain, people. Yeah, no, Julie Topaz said there's no duplicates, but there's some are very close. Yeah. Yeah. So, and it's just fun to go through a book. Like, here's where I did all this yellow and green. This is like a lime and or lemon peel. I kind of did a combo. And look at all those little dots. You could just sit there with a marker and color all this. This is just solid marker there, no shading yet. And then when I want to get in there, and I know I'm over explaining, but that's the way I roll. I want to get in there with just, let's get maybe a yellow ochre or an orange or a little bit yellow. No, I'd really rather have a yellow ochre on the yellow. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. And then if I want to get in there, let's sharpen. Oh, you appreciate the explanations? Good. Thank you. Most people do. Most people like it because people are coming and going all day. And so they miss some of it. And so I repeat. So let me just go in here with the yellow ochre on top of the yellow marker. I talk out what's in my head. So if somebody asks me a question again or something else, I redo something, I go to another page. I just, say it all again. It doesn't bother me to repeat anything. As you can tell. Just on subject, Derwent has a new set of color pencils called Light Fast. I have seen people talk about that. I would have to see how, if they're scratchy. One of the Derwent sets, and I know you're in UK and Derwent's big there. One of the Derwent sets, I don't remember which one it was now. It wasn't the new Color Fast ones. Some years ago. They're scratchy to me. You can feel them scratchy when you're coloring. I can't do that. I can't do scratchy. Can't do the scratchy. But I don't know. So I'd have to see if that particular brand. And see, the thing is, guys, I love all my pencils. I love my Holbees, my Lumies, my Polys. But I'm just used to Prismacolor because I've used them for decades. Website says 100 different colors. Okay. Which, Natalie, are you talking about the Crayola or the Derwent? You talking about the Crayola Super Tips? It says 100 different colors. Yeah, I think they are. Well, if the website says, then yeah. But I never really came across any too exact, and Julie Topaz uses them too. So she says there's not duplicates either. Okay, so here, now you can see how I've shaded a little bit of and you can even go darker. I could get, the next shade darker and shade even further, but you can see where I added the yellow ochre on top of the yellow. All right, look at those little lemons there. Now I'm going to shade those real quick. Have you ever tried coloring black velvet? It's really hard. Black velvet. I don't know. You mean like painting on black velvet? We used to do that back in the, but I don't know if that's a brand name or what. I'm not sure what black velvet you're talking about. Have to be more specific. But I could pretty much say no, because if I don't know what you're talking about, then probably no. The Lumies, they're awesome, but they're very expensive. And you have to sharpen the Lumies quite often. Okay, so there's the little lemons there. See how I just added a little bit of shading? And you could even get another, let's see, let's go with just a tiny bit of brown. Shade it even a little more. See, I'm shading it even just a little bit more, the lemons, right up next to the leaves there. And the same thing up in here. You know, I can add more. On top of the yellow. But it's just fun to take the markers and just go sit, don't think, go through a whole book with 1 or 2 colors. Nice, thumbs up, mine, Dee Dee. Don't forget the thumbs. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Mia. I need to, because we have Korean ladies come popping in, Mia. Hubster used to speak fluent Korean. He was stationed in Korea. He used to speak it fluent. He can still carry on a little bit of a conversation, but I'd have to get him to tell me some phrases so that I can say some nice things like "yobaseo" or something. You know, say a few things in Korean. And the same thing, guys. If you're a YouTuber, I don't know if anybody else does this, and it does take a minute. You know, it does take a minute to do it. But if you have somebody, let's say from Germany, and maybe you can kind of tell that what they're saying is German. If you don't know, you can always still just copy and paste it into a Google Translator and see what they're saying. And so what I'll try to do, I don't get a lot of foreign comments, but I'll go in and put it in Google Translator, and then I'll type in, "Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for stopping by," or something like that. And then I'll put it in Google Translator, get it back to me in German, and then I'll post my comment in the language that they spoke. Black velvet, you mean like hobby? I don't know. I don't know what black velvet is. I don't know what black velvet you're talking about. And I might have missed, somebody might have answered the question. But anyway, it's a nice way to make people that speak a different language feel welcome to your channel. So if people leave comments in another language, then just put it in a Google Translator, and then you can talk to them in their language. You know what I mean, Vern? So I guess you get the idea. I won't do any more right now, but you see how you can go from just that yellow like that to shading it on top of the marker. So I'm just going to keep flipping. We're just doing random color books here. This one again, I took 2 shades of green. I probably went through it once with the light green, and I went back through it again with the olive green. So I got yellow, lime green, and an olive green. And that's all I've done here so far. Yes, the 100 different colors. So that's just green. Here's a Sacred Heart. Again, I got all this done. Now I did paint the background here black. And again, the reason you want to paint a background is if you want to do pencil on top, you can't do that on top of black. If you color this black pencil, and I've shown you the sample, you can't, if you colored all that with black pencil, you can't get this on top with white. Okay, so there's a Sacred Heart. That one's in progress. So they're all in progress. So you don't have to have every page done before you move on. Look, there's those little ghosty creatures, whatever they are, that are throughout this book. Kind of reminds me of Kirby's little characters, little imps or whatever they are. Okay, Lynette. Well, thanks for stopping by. Don't stay on a thunderous lightning storm. Okay. This was already black. Some of the pages already have black in the background. And I did notice in this particular book, the black ink is very black. A lot of color books that have black backgrounds, they're kind of a dark gray, and you almost have to go back over them with black to have true black. This book has actually got true black. No, I do not have a color book group. Like Facebook group or anything. I don't, I know people have really asked me to have one. I just don't have time to run one. There's so many other girls that if you want some good color book groups, there's Anne Colorful Life. There's Jen, Reading with Pugs. Those are the 2 color book groups that I know of the girls personally. Now, if you want some good color book groups that I don't know the people personally, Bennett Klein. Bennett Klein has a very awesome group, very sharing, very kind, Bennett Klein does giveaways all the time, gives free pictures out to the group. So I would recommend as just a group, that if you have to, of course you have to color his stuff. You don't go in Bennett Klein's web, in his group and post, Kirby's or vice versa, right? So I think I'm in Kirby's. I think I'm in Tomless no, I don't remember. Anyway, I'm in about 5 color groups. I was in probably about 20. And I found that I really wasn't posting them enough to say that I was in the group. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, maybe Jasmine. Oh, no, I might still be in Jasmine's. I don't know. But I was in groups that I never got back. Maybe once a year I'd post because that's the only time I would color. Kirby, I was really active in for a while. But if you just want some of the ladies here that have groups, I would recommend Reading with Pugs, Jen, and Anne, A Colorful Life. And I'm not knocking anybody else's, but I just know those 2 ladies. And Sammy, Color with Sammy, is a mod on one or maybe both of them. So I recommend people that I know, But you can go, thank you, Ian. You can go to my Facebook Facebook page, my just regular personal Facebook page. You can go there and go to my albums, and you can find my color book albums, my portraits, my fan art, my what's on my desk art table album. I have about 6 albums, I think, that are okay. I will, Mia. I have about 6 albums that it's public. Anybody can go look at my artwork. You don't have to follow me and me follow you. And I'm also picky about who I follow. I don't just follow strangers. I go to your profile page. If your profile page is private, where I can't see anything that you've ever posted, I'm probably not going to follow you unless I know you from here. If I talk to you here, like Mia, I'm learning, who Mia is. If she's following me, I'll go look. I will go, oh, there she is, Mia just texted me. Okay. Then I'll follow you if I know you. But I don't just go follow random strangers just to get a following. I don't, that's not my milieu. I'm not going over there just to get 1,000 subscribers or whatever. Here's one in progress. So this one's got the green, lime, and a lilac. I think we did that on purpose. I think we might have done something on the show because that 3 combination we've done before on other projects, lime, lemon, and lilac. So I think that's what we did here. So anyway, and the only thing that I will say, if you're a hater, I'm not going to follow you. If you're just hating on people. And the other thing, and no offense to people, I understand people want to help animals, protect animals, call out animal abuse. I will not follow you if you post animal abuse pictures, even for the purpose of stopping it. I won't do it. I don't want to see animal abuse. And, I just don't want to see it. So I won't follow you if you do that. No offense. I understand people want to, that's their cause. And that's a great cause. I just don't want to see it. So I won't follow you if you post animal abuse pictures. So, or if you start posting them, I'll unfollow you. So if I've unfollowed you on Facebook, it might be because you posted animal abuse pictures. No offense, no offense to you. Come on over here and color with me. Yes, I love Star Trek. I love sci-fi. I love Star Wars, Star Trek. I'm big sci-fi. I used to read sci-fi. That was what I really, other than biographies, when I was in elementary school, I would, the thing that really got me into being a big reader was spy novels and sci-fi. I started reading. That's what really got me into, okay, here's an example of where I was heavy-handed. I wasn't paying attention when I was coloring this, and I was just going to town and really trying to get it dark. Well, look, it ghosted. So you can go through these pages with your super tips. If you start really getting heavy handed, it will ghost. But, you know, for the most part, it's not going to go through if you're careful. Yeah, same thing for those animal ASPC. Yeah, on the TV channel. Exactly. I mute it and look away. I just, you know, I mean, I appreciate what they're doing. And, you know, no normal person is going to, you know, abuse animals. And I understand that they're trying to, you know, do what they can, collect money to stop it and awareness. But I'm aware. I'm aware of it. I don't want to see it. Yeah, that's just me. We all have our things. Okay, so here's where I was doing lime and red and the yellow. And I might have done all this on 3 different occasions. Yeah, well, I don't mind. Yeah, no, that's different, Terry. There's different than a shelter pet video where come adopt this little kitty and they show the pictures and they want you to come like Bailey J. Bailey J just did she went down to her shelter and did a whole live stream from the shelter with the black cat. I forget the cat's name, drawing the cat, you know, sketching it on the iPad, drawing the cat, talking, raising money. That's different. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. That's very different. Yeah. So, and so did these roses here. This girl here with her kimono, the black was already done. See how black that is? This is one of those books that has very, very dark ink. And I love that. The red is what I've done. Just no shading yet. I got the hiccups again. Hang on, guys. Again, the little elves or whatever they are. These I did green. Another page I did them pink. You know, here's where I did some pink roses, little bunnies. So I just went through with that color. So it's very relaxing just to take a couple of markers, 2, 3 different colors, and just sit and go through your book and do everything with those 3 colors. And then the next time, pick 3 different colors and go through the whole book again. And whether you finish the book or not, you know, it's our books. We don't have to finish if we don't want to. You're the boss of your color book. If you don't want to finish a page, yeah, so what? I see you, Andrea. Hi. So this one is Color Me Enchanted. Again, you know, I'm just going through the different books. I'm going to move on to, oh, my camera's crooked there. I can tell by the lines in my wrapping paper. Some Copics here in a minute. But I wanted to show you these other books that I hadn't pulled out in a while. And so this is a little rabbit trail. These aren't new. I've had them for a while. Mysterious Library. Somebody was talking about this one here a little bit ago. Again, another awesome book. You could go through the whole book and color all the shelves. Okay, I got to sit on my foot. My back's hurting. You could go through the whole book and color all the wood shelves. You could color them all different shades of browns or painted wood or whatever. Right? So I'm just going to flip through it quickly here. So here's where I've gone with just a yellow and a pink, or like a yellow and a red, and started coloring some of the candy. Here's where I've done a bunch of, this one right here, this is a giant whale. So what I decided to do, instead of doing trees, like green trees, I'm going to do undersea coral. So I'm going to do it in peaches, pink, salmon, and do an undersea look. So I'm doing that in coral. I know. Hey, blue lemon bird. So this is going to be undersea. Okay. Okay. Is that with a T or a P, Pacola? Sorry, I couldn't resist. So I'm going to do this I'll do some splatters, some bubbles, some undersea stuff. Crayola is good for first layer, then shadow with Prisma. Yes, Pamela, that's exactly what I'm talking about. This is all done with marker, then you go back and you shade with Prisma. Okay. So look, all I got done on this one is the little orange pumpkin. But again, let me just take a moment here, like all these little conical type trees. You could go in. That one's too dark. Let's get a lighter color. Let's go with let's see how dark this one is. Oh, that's even darker. Let's go here. I think this one might be a little too mint, but yeah, that's good. So you could go in here and just sit there one day, color in all the trees that are the same. Now you could shade them differently. You could shade some lighter, some. You don't have to color them all the same. I'm just saying though, if you're just sitting there watching TV, have a marker in your hand. At least when you're watching TV, you're being productive. Hey, Kenny's laughing. Kenny saw what I was talking about. So, and it's just chill. It's chill, man. Chill. Of course, they don't have to be green. They could be fall. They could be red, orange, fall leaves. They could be all kinds of, whatever. I'm just giving you all an example of how you just take a marker and base coat it. But like, for instance, those little horses, if you wanted to do those little horses brown, you have to be careful with the marker because you'll lose detail if you're not careful, and especially on dark colors. Like if I went in there and colored those little horses, you'd lose the little bridles, right? If I just colored them solid brown because it's such a dark color. Of course, you can always go back on top of it and draw them back in with pencil or Posca or whatever. But you can lose the detail of the color book page if they're too dark. Pamela, I thought you were going to say margaritas in my hand marker. If you need a margarita, Pam, we'll wait. Seeley. The castle page is one of my favorites. My first finished page in that book. This castle page, Seeley, is it on IG? I'll have to go look. I try to post my finished pages on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Eventually, they usually all make it easily to my Facebook album, my color book album. And what I'll do is I always try to post the color book page. I mean, the color book cover, give credit to the artist, show their book, and then post the page. Now, if I do 5 pages in this book and post 5 pages at once, I'll only post the cover once. But I always, I do my best never to forget the artist names. When I post on IG, Twitter, I try to always put their names. Now, Nick, I think I put Nick Filbert rather than his Indonesian name, but that's what he goes by. That's what he's known as, Nick Filbert. So anyway, so you get the idea, and there's more of those green trees all up in here. So like I would just go and get them all blocked in. I'll just call it being blocked in. And then here's like a little the Japanese what's the name of pagoda type thing here. So anyway, and just work your way through the book. This one's done. Take off, it has a blue post-it. There's probably a video on this one from a couple years back. We did her Rapunzel, did her a redhead, and I think it was because of something Eileen said that I hand drew knitting needles into her hair. Her hair looks like it's all yarn. So we put knitting needles, and I made those little curly cues around the knitting needles. So you're the boss of your color book. You're the boss of your color book. Thanks, Blue. Who did this one? Who did this book? illustrated by Unja Park. Unja Park is not going to email you and say, that's not in my line art. The Ginger Snap Rapunzel, yes. So let's see what else I got in here. Did some orange on these sunflowers. I mean, I love every book. I love every single color book. I wish I had time just to color and finish them all. But, you know, when you got a couple hundred books, you know, I've never counted. Somebody asked me, how many books do you have? I don't know. Let's go a couple hundred or more. So here's some, again, yellow, orange, and lime. Red hair Rapunzel, one of your favorites. Thanks, Keni. Some more cactus. Then here's where we're working on, again, all base coated. I think we were doing this, though, in, I don't know if it was Neocolor, some kind of watercolor. So this one we did, this was a tutorial. I use that term loosely. A tutorial where I did some watercolor base and washes. And I don't remember what we were doing here. It's, you know, it was some kind of a demo. Let's put it that way. Demo. I like the word demo better than tutorial. We did some kind of demo. Then here we did all the red and black on the cards here. Colored all that in. So yeah, so that is the Mysterious Library. I'm just doing a flip, guys, through a few books that we've talked about. Mysterious Planets. This is by Kono. Kono. And it does have a craft color cover that you can color that into. And then the dust jacket is like this. I have the challenge books too. Some blacked out and you color on the white part. Yeah, there's quite a few books that do that. Again, I love this. I'll just try to do kind of a quick flip here. I love all these books. This one, I think I worked with Loomies. Was it Loomies or Holbees? Can't remember. I did something in here. Not this page. This one, I think we did. I think this page was done with Crayolas. This whole page, I think, was done with, no, because I can feel, I can tell. Maybe it is. I did one whole page with Crayola crayons. Just crayons. Bye, Susan. Thanks for stopping in. Just kind of a little color book chat and flip today because I got the new color books. I'm going to go over and do some Copics in just a minute. This is the one. Let's see here. Yeah, this one. I think these are Holbees. I'm pretty sure these are Holbeins. So this is all in progress here. And I wanted it all like a pastel party. So keeping all the animals very a bright pastel, but you know, on the side of pastel. So, oh yes, Pamela, you haven't been around here, have you? You haven't been around. We love the smell of crayons. I have a pack of 96 or whatever, but you know, you might want to do this, Pamela. You might want to make yourself a travel emergency crayon sniff box, just in case. You might need one of these, Pamela. Sniff. Yep, sniffage. Sister woman Jonna gave me this. Breathe deep. So anyway, so I think that's all I got in this one. So that's Mysterious Plants. And the last one I have here to show, other than going back into the ones Keni gave me, is A Walk in Eden. And again, I've done a few in this book. This one, it's odd. It's very odd, and I love it. It's just like a surrealism color book. It's just really, I'm going to go ahead and kind of flip through it because it's like a fairy tale. It's Anders Nielsen, or is that Milson? Nielsen. It's kind of the M. It could be an N or an M. I think it's an N. Anders Nielsen. And it's like a continuous story throughout the whole book. So if you look at where this one ends, now it doesn't match up exactly. It might shrink down as it turns the page. So for instance, here's your real close up of all these vines going up into this tree house. But if you turn the page, it's kind of, see the vines right there? It kind of continues onto this page. See, it's kind of a, yeah, enabler. Hey, Lady Jan. Lady Jan, she and I, we love Ellis Peters. Y'all never, what's the cat, the monk Cadfael, the Cadfael Mysteries, and she just got the first one out of the library, I guess, to reread. What is it? A Morbid Taste for Bones. Ellis Peters, Cadfael series. Y'all probably, if you never read the books, it was Derek Jacobi was the actor on the, I think it was BBC that put it out, a series with Cadfael Mysteries years ago. Those are awesome books. Yeah, I got a couple hundred, Mia. I haven't counted them though, but I know there's, I've got shelves and shelves, and I've given lots away, given a lot of them away. One day you need to show all. Well, Nina, I've shown a lot of my books. What I want to do is go through and show you all my finished pages. But, you eventually see them all, like today. I'm doing some random flips. Look at this big, it's kind of half cow, half rhino, half dinosaur. It's like, it's very surrealistic. And then here's a phone booth and a camper. It's just. Bye, G. And G, I did see that you're doing more, did another Society Idea Collector. I'm going to have to go watch that. And you got a couple other videos. Y'all follow G Brody. She does some awesome stuff. She's got some good ideas. So, and they kind of continue on. Like here's a random golf cart. And a giant, a moth on these flowers. And the plants could be anything, but it ends, but it picks up on the other side. Maybe not exactly, but the story continues all through the book. Then here's some kind of ostrich, emu things. They got some kind of wings. So, but you can kind of see how the book just progresses in a total long, and now this one is done. I got a blue tab on there. And I kept the background black. No stars, nothing, and just black background. And I did a camo. It's a camo tree. It's just random stuff. But what makes a whole page cohesive, if you notice, there's essentially 3 colors. Few shades of green, red, and gray. That's it. Bye, Tina. Hi and bye. Thank you. Like my bracelets. Yeah, I don't know. Hubster goes, you kind of pass those hippie days. But I said, look, I don't show my face. I don't have mini cam. I don't have multicams. I can't sit here and chat face to face. This is all people see of me. Just my hands, unless I do a face to face, which I do need to do another face to face. I try to do one every couple of months. Thank you, Natalie. So anyway, but then they just got these random plants that are kind of half mech, half plant. Oh, and that's the other thing I want to show y'all. I have a cool idea for showing y'all patterns. It just came to me again. I have it written down in my notebook and my things to do, things to show you. Remember we talked about macro photography? When I saw this, it just reminded me of macro photography. Got some ideas for that for you guys. So I mean, like, this is just like a random kind of, I see this as a crystal floating above the water, but, you know. So they're just, you know, here's some little warthog building or picking up these blocks that fell off this tree. Hippie dumb as a stem. It's always there. Oh, this one pulls out. I'm sitting here trying to turn the page, and it's the pull out page. So this pull out here, and then you flip it over, of course. And so you see the full page over on this side. But, you know, look, there's a snake that's all, you know, and there's somebody sitting in the snake, you know, random little like cameras or something growing off the head of this deer. I don't know, who knows? It could just be whatever you want it to be. Dinosaurs. Oh, you're an Istanbul. Oh, I can't even pronounce anything today. For some reason, I thought you were Korean, Mia. Are you Korean in Istanbul? Istanbul. Oh. This one's perfect. Yeah, it does. It has very surrealism. I love Salvador Dali is one of my. I don't necessarily love his painting technique as much. Although if you've ever seen one of his giant paintings in real life, I love his imagination. I love his paintings, but not necessarily just the way he paints. You know what I mean? Instant. Hi, Hillary. Oh my gosh. Thanks, everybody. Oh, Ian's mode report. How many went from Korea, Germany? We had someone from Denmark earlier, Ian. Yeah, I love having the international girls. Well, guys too. I mean, Ian's in UK. He's a watercolor artist. So look at this. It's almost like brain coral, crystals. You know, it's just I don't know, random. And I just think it's very cool. I love these things. Oh, are you talking about the soccer? Are you talking about the soccer game? I don't know. I'm not watching it. I see it on when I switch channels here and there. Is that what you're talking about, the soccer? So it's South Korea 1, Germany 0. Is that what's playing right now? I got to sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I turn my head so I don't sneeze on you guys. The World Cup. Thank you. World Cup. Is that what you're there? Is that what you're there for, Mia? The World Cup? Don't tell me you're a soccer player who likes to color. Paula had a great time. Beautifulness. Thank you, guys. Going. See you later. Thank you, Keni. Oh my gosh. So again, I'm just kind of doing a kind of little flip here. I have a couple more pages that I've colored in here. At least one, maybe two more. So it's just very surrealistic type, you know. I mean, it's realistic, but it's like the world that he's built is, you know, very surrealistic. I love, this is one I did here. Did this cactus and the white, the tips of the thorns and the white on the cactus pears, if you will. That's Posca. And then this chandelier, just used orange, blue, and gray. I did this chandelier. There we go. Look how cool that is. Isn't that cool? Thanks, Coloring Down Under. We've got Australia here. Yeah, Ian was just talking about the soccer, the World Cup. Okay, so that's a walk in Eden. So there's some books where I've used marker and kind of just, you know, work in it a little here and a little there. All right. So now, again, let me go back to Botanicum here, where we did a little bit with just super tips. And let me just kind of flip through. See where I've just done a little bit of coloring with the super tips, not shaded yet. Here, just to have some, just go get some pages going. Get something going. Don't be a fear in your books. Okay. This one. This one. And like I said, let me find that dragon one. That's a good example of where I try to incorporate the creatures into the nature. So like the flowers and the stems have the same colors as the little dragons. And again, they're not shaded or anything yet. They just got some marker on them. But you see how the colors are going to like make them part of the world. Okay, so this Melody sent us 2 of these. Again, I'm going to give one away on Monday. And, provided I can get here. I had a heck of a time this morning. It took me an hour. I don't know what the deal was. But anyway, so there's that. And then, again, I already did a flip through these, so I'm not going to flip through them. I'm just going to work a little bit on them because I already flipped through these this morning earlier. My camera looks crooked. There we go. I'm just going to do a little bit of work in these. And what I'm working in with these are Copics. What are Copics? Copics, they have different kinds. They have the sketch. They're alcohol-based markers, and they're not cheap. Just saying. They have the sketch and the chow, and then they have the regular ones, which are square, like these square-shaped ones. They're all the same ink. And then these can be refillable. They say these are not refillable. I don't see why you couldn't refill them. I've never tried to refill them. I'm new to Copics. I mean, I've had them, I've had Copics around me since Cameron was like, I don't know, 10, 12. He's used Copics for a long time, but I just never really used them. But I started, trying to use them in color book pages and some other things. I'm sitting on my foot. So you can get the skin set. I've got a whole bunch of skin colors here. I can't tell you what ones come. I think there's a light set and a dark set. So I have, I think they come 4 or 6 in a pack. So you can get a set of Copic skin colors and in a pack and use a coupon on it. Did you not color? Do you not color? It takes you an hour to get where you are. I'm not sure what the question is. Can you rephrase that, Amy? I'm not sure what you mean. Hey, Aaron. Think it's the same no matter the barrel. Right, but are chows refillable, Aaron? Aaron knows Copics. I've not tried to refill them, but I don't see why you can't refill them. You just take the bottle and the ink and touch the tip. Why wouldn't it? It works on the sketch. Wouldn't it work on the chow? All Copics are refillable. Okay, because I say these aren't, but I don't see why they wouldn't be, right? Okay, so now let's move these out of the way. So they're alcohol-based. Now, the thing about the alcohol-based is, let me get to the page I was working on here. I got 2, this one, this page. I wrote down the numbers I'm using. All right, so here's the difference with the alcohol markers. This is a thick paper, but look, guys, bam, it goes through. You can't use alcohol markers on thin paper or even thick paper. It's going to go through. So always make sure and put something behind your page so that it doesn't go to this page, right? It doesn't, I don't care if it goes through on a one-sided page, but don't let it bleed through to there. Do you not color at home? Oh, no. When I said it took me an hour to get here, Amy, I meant it took me an hour to get onto live YouTube. For whatever reason, whatever issues, internet, YouTube. I couldn't get on YouTube live this morning. It took me an hour. of rebooting, shutting down the camera, clearing cache, coming back. When I finally got past the approve your camera, which it's already approved, it's already in there. It's my default camera. It's always there. I never have to change the camera, but it wouldn't let me get past that. Click the camera icon, click the icon, approve your camera, approve the camera. And then it wouldn't let me get past that. So I did that about 10 times. Then finally, when I got to the place where you put in the title of your show, put in the title of my show, went to go live, and then it wouldn't do that little thumbnail. It does a 3, 2, 1, takes a thumbnail for you. It wouldn't get past that. So I knew it wasn't going to go any further. And then finally, when it did go further, it was just spinning, go live, spin. Shut down, clear cache, to uninstall the camera, reinstall the camera, shut down the software, brought up the software, all that. Took me an hour. Took me an hour to get here. And I mean on live. Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. All right. So I've only started working on a couple of things out of these books. I just got them yesterday. These 2 books from Keni. I got these yesterday. So I've only done a couple of little tests in them. And so if you're going to be moving from page to page, especially if you're using markers or anything that you want to remember the colors, just make you a little chart just to keep in the book next to where you're working. Okay, so let's see. Maybe I might want to do her. Let me do her hair real quick. And I think I'll just get a black here. Here's my refill here. I don't know where my black chow is. All right, I got this sketch one, or the original one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put down a little bit of extra black here. It's very, very dark. So I'm not going to do too much. I'm not going to really do much blending. I'm just going to add a little extra black to her hair, because then I'm going to put some blue, slate blue highlights in it. I'll zoom in here in just a minute, guys. Let me just get this down here. Just don't forget to put something behind your page, because it's going to bleed. Some of these little edges, some little curls coming off the edge. No, using that way to go live just because of that option. Still using your OBS. You are crafting with, well, it's so easy when it works. Just a click live and you're there. But, sometimes it gets hung up on the approving your camera part. And I don't know why. Some of the other girls said it happened to them too. So I don't know. All right, so I got a little bit of black in there. That is definitely dedication. Yeah, Marie, I know. I love you guys. So, I just suck it up and keep working it. All right, so let's see if this, and again, I don't know my colors, so I keep just little, something here to test. Okay, that's good. That's a good color. So I'm going to go over the black here and just kind of blend. I'll zoom back in here in a minute, guys. But nothing blends like a Copic. I mean, I have the other alcohol markers, and some do fairly well. And they're great for color books, guys. You don't need Copics and all, for color books, really. They're expensive. Try some Hoo Hoo Hero, some Blick, some other ones if you're going to, make sure you like alcohol markers before you invest in them. And of course I do. I hear the kitties out there. They're meowing. I want to let them in, but I know for a fact they'll be right here. So I'll have to wait a little bit. I'll let them in before I leave, if I remember. Okay, so, just a little bit of hair. I just want her hair dark, black and, with blue highlights. But you can always take more pencil if you want. You can, nothing's stopping you. Get in there and, put some extra highlights or some extra, whatever you want. It's your color book page. Add whatever the heck you want. And the colors by heart. Yeah. Okay. So the other page that I wanted to, I like her. I have a few. These are the two that I had. Maybe I'll just do a little bit on her. Or do I want to do, because I love that sweater. See, I'm wanting to do that sweater. Okay, we'll go with her. Now, obviously, I'm not going to finish this right now, guys. I'll work on it for, what time is it? 12. I'll work on it for, an hour or so. Okay, so I'm going to make sure and put my black paper behind it. And I'm going to start with Copics, right? Whether I go back and shade, whatever, probably will. So this is out of the Flowers and Gems, Grazia Salvo. She's on IG if you want to follow her over there. I just found her. One of the girls told I never heard of her or this book. Well, you'll remember, as nobody said, we'll remember to remind you about the cats. Okay, so I want to use Copics. And I have all my skin colors out here. And I want her to be a dark skin girl. And so let's get, where's my little test, something to test on here. Uh-oh, this needs to go back in. Hang on. This is the one with the bride. Let me put this back with the bride. These are my colors I'm using, so I want to remember the colors. So let's see here. Let me get it. Yeah, this is better. Something to test on. So if y'all have any questions about Copics, ask Erin. Let's put that on there. Bye, Terry. Have a good afternoon. Thank you. Have a good day. I love seeing the pictures of you and your friend that you spent last week with. That was awesome. Okay. So let's see here. Let's start with, and I think one of these does my EO. Let's see, which one is it needs to be filled? No, it's not the fifth one. I got some refills. One of these needs to be refilled. I got some refills. So I just have to kind of go through them and see. So I'm liking this one. And then I'll tell you the numbers and everything after I pick them. I think that's the same as this one. Yeah, my E11. I think I got a couple of E11s. I'm liking that. So I'm liking those two. So I think I'm going to start with these two. I know everybody goes, get 3, 4, 5 colors. Wait for it, people. I'm not that good. I'm going to start with 2. I'm going to start with 2 colors. Hi, CB. All right, so I'm going to start with E11 in the Chow, and this is E97. It's called Deep Orange. It's kind of a yeah, it's not really orange. It's more of a sienna type color. So I'm going to start with these 2. Bye, Ian. Anybody else I missed? Thanks, guys. Thanks, mods. All right, so I got my black paper behind there, and I'm just going to start with putting this color E11 down. I'm kind of just going around the little jewels there. Oh, let's zoom in. Let's do a little zoom. There we go. That's better. You'll behave. Now, if she was going to be any light, I might even, maybe down the front of her nose, maybe I should go one lighter. Let's see here. This is, like I said, E11, and this is E02. Nope, that's a different shade. I'm thinking I need white. Nope, that's too yellow. Hang on. E00. Yeah. I think I need, this one's almost out. Let's see, do I have another one over here? Let's see. I just want one color. Okay, let's go with the E00. So what I'm going to do is I want to make sure I keep light going down the center of her face. I want some light around her eyes and her eyebrows, her nose, down her lip line here. Because I'm going to color her all in. Right here on her lip is going to be light. Her chin's going to be light. So I don't want that to get too dark. Know what I mean, Vern? I mean, I can always shade darker, but you can't go lighter. Once you get down your, I mean, you can go over the top of it with a pencil. Do you color in any Hannah Lynn coloring books? Do I have any Hannah Lynn? Do you have to print hers out? Who's the one you have to print them out? If that's her, then no. I do, and some people do the, I don't know if it's Hannah Lynn, the ones that you can print out. You can usually just also buy on Create Space paper. You can't probably even hardly see where I'm coloring that so light, but that's what I want. I want some light areas on her knuckles there, on her hand. And y'all remember now, I am not a Copic expert here, people. I'm learning Copics too. I'm just finding all my light areas there. Very, very light. Oh, that's Jade Summer. See, I get them confused. Sorry. Oh, sorry. All right, so now I'm going to go back to, let me make a little chart here. Just a little piece of paper, what I'm using for my benefit later and for yours. Okay. Where's it? Where is my pen? Oh, here's one. Okay, so this is E000. This one is E11, and this one is E97. So those are the colors I'm using so far. Hey, Clarissa. Look at my coloring in. Show it again. Hang on. Cats are scratching at the door. I need to put a piece of, here. It's just want to tape this to the other side. So it is Flowers and Gems, Grazia Salvo. I'm so zoomed in. Right, there we go. Okay. All right, back to the E11. I'm using the brush tip. That's the other thing about why people like Copics, because of the brush tip and the easy blend with brush tips. That it's harder to do with bullet tips or, the chisel nibs or anything like that. Hey, Amanda. You're welcome. Copics teach you incredibly light hand if you're not already used to a pencil. Yeah. And, I'm using some of the grayscale here. I'm using some of the grayscale to, find my way on her. Don't neglect the grayscale. If you got it there, you want to use it. And the more you layer Copics, the darker it gets. So, see, I'm going to put another layer right there on top of the same color. See how it got darker? It'll get darker and darker. And a wet edge is easier to blend than a dry edge. So I want this to be a little further in. Because she's even going to be darker still. So right where the lightest area is down the center of her face, I'm going to kind of work right up to that and then blend the two colors. So I'll go back and blend. If I'm doing anything wrong, Erin will tell me. Erin, there's a couple girls, I think Susan, who's already left, Erin, there's a couple girls that are Copic certified that have taken the Copic courses to know how to do everything with them. I'm not one of those people. I'm not watching closely enough to nag me. Okay. I'm kind of concentrating here, guys. Your color book pages are gorgeous. So grateful. Oh, thanks, Pamela. Yeah, you get there, don't you? Don't you, Erin? Yeah. You get there, it just, everything takes new mediums. I mean, just me using new kinds of pencils like Polly's, Holbe's, and Lumi's. I'm good at Prismacolor, but I've used them forever and a day. So it's just like anything else, you're going to have some practice. I want that shoulder to end up being light right there. So. Do you have? Yes, I have jewelry box. Mar, I have it. I've done a page or two in jewelry box. I have playlists, guys. All my color, but I have probably 15 playlists. So hopefully you can find whatever you're looking for. Now, that being said, remember, I've only been on YouTube Live for a couple of weeks. So the videos pre-YouTube Live are not in HD because Ustream didn't let us have free HD. So they're not in HD. They're still, they're all right. Don't get me wrong. I streamed for eight years. Uploaded to YouTube for, like 5 years. But the quality is not as good as we have now here with YouTube Live. So just FYI, don't anybody leave me a comment. Well, that was a crappy quality. Well, I explained to you. We don't have HD over on Ustream. So since Ustream kicked us to the curb, well, they didn't really kick us to the curb. They just started saying you're going to have to start paying if you want to use our services, which can't blame them. Like I said, they stream NASA. I mean, they don't need us little, artists. So we all moved over to YouTube Live, which now that it's so easy most days to go live, we're moving over this way. All right, so let me just kind of take my time here. Because I want to get it wet, but I want to be able to blend here. And again, don't ask me how, I'm not an expert on Copics, guys, telling you. I've only done a very few Copic color book girls. Not very many. Pamela, yeah. And all of us that have moved over here are very happy with the quality and everything. Janet is in the process of getting some new internet, so she'll be over here as soon as her internet's installed. She lives out in Diddlewall Diddy, and so she has to really order up her internet. So she's getting new internet, and then she'll be over here too. The Ustreamers have until August 1st to either pay up or move. I'm not dissing on because we use their services for years and so happy to have had it, So that's how we all met. If you had BV20 or 23, try using that for your shadows. It's pretty. BV, blue violet, 20 or 23. Probably. What's this color? What color is this? No, this is BV. Oh. I'm looking. I'm not seeing it, Aaron. BV20. It's really a nice, pretty light blue. It's violet, BV. A BV13. What were the numbers again? BV20 or 23. Okay. BV20 or 23. I got 13. 00. That's 17. No, I'm not seeing. I don't think I have those colors, Aaron. Not seeing them. Not saying I don't have them, but I'm not seeing them. I have the B's nice blue, and I have this blue violet. 000. Is that even going to do anything? Is that dark enough to do anything? Want to check out? Okay, yeah. Let me write that down. BV 20 and 23. I think that's what you said. 20 and 23. I am kind of liking this purple. This BV000. It'll lighten up your darks. Okay. All right. Well, I might dip into that one. Okay. So let's see now. I'm going to kind of try to start adding her a little darker and darker, because I want her to be she's going to be at least this dark. Okay. But I'm trying to do it slow. And I don't want to lose her pretty cheekbones. But I'm trying to darken her slowly. See, she's losing her cheekbones. I got to get her some cheekbones back. Got to go darker. We'll get there. We'll get there. Please try to add the subtitle. I don't know that I could do subtitle. I don't know about during the chat, during the show. I don't know how that works. Does it show up for everybody? I don't want subtitles on it for, I mean, if I can do a way to do subtitles for whoever, I don't know. Is it just your country that has a subtitle show up? I'm not sure how that works. You know, I've only been on YouTube Live for 2 weeks. So, yeah. Let me take my time. And while it's wet, and if I mess it up, guys, and you know what not to do, right? But I don't think we're going to mess it up that badly. No, I can look it up. I can look it up, Mia. It's no biggie. I can look it up. I just haven't had time to do that. A little shadow right under that little jeweled area. I really wanted to keep that fairly light right there. So we'll work on it for another 15 minutes or so. Just so y'all can kind of see where we're heading. And again, if anything gets too dark and I lose highlights, I can go back in there and pencil it in. I'm not averse to that. Just light layers. And someone that knows how to use Copics, probably like Erin, she could probably whip these faces out pretty quick, you know. Hey, Jean. How you liking your new iPad Pro, Jean? Let me take a sip of juice here. When is you having a family reunion, Julie Topaz? I hear my cats out there. I think it is about time to finish. They want my attention. Hubster's gone all day, so they want my attention. See, I'm just kind of gently working into her face. Getting it darker a little at a time. I'm kind of working my way in. Thanks. Thanks, Sassy Pants. I didn't see how oh, you're liking your iPad. Okay, yeah. You've really Well, you're techie, so it's probably all, you probably have already got a whole bunch of new apps and programs and everything going, and that you're going to show us all. Make us Jello. I'm looking forward to seeing some updates on what you've done. You might have already, well, I know you didn't this week because you got with your family, but you probably have done quite a bit. Get Procreate, Jean. I mean, the full version's only like $10, I think. Yeah, Procreate is, well, that's what I use when I do anything digi. It's, you know, it's a lot, to me, it's easier than anything you could do on Photoshop. And I only have Photoshop elements, so I don't do anything too fancy. She's coming along. She's slowly, I'm slowly building her color. What do y'all think? Is she looking good so far? For a Copic novice. Again, I'm taking my time. Procrastinating. That's what you do best, Lady Jan. Thanks, Jean. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop, guys, so I can let the cats in for a minute. So I got these colors marked down to these are the ones I'm using, although I might end up with some of that BV000 in there. You throw everything else over here to the side. And I got to write down here that this is the giveaway is on Monday. I'll let the cats in for a minute and back the camera out. Hump day. All righty. The cats, yeah, I know. They were on earlier, but guys, seriously, they take up the whole desk. They want total attention. So let me go ahead and let them in. Hang on. Come on in, children. Come on in. Come on in. You want to talk to me? Yes, I know. You're the talker. Malibu's the talker. You're the talker. And the purrer. Purring and talking, talking and purring. We don't talk politics, Bern. We don't talk politics here. Sorry. One more comment on politics, and sorry, you're gone. Julie, can you kick him out, please, or her? No, we don't talk politics here. Sorry. Bye-bye. One of the rules. I'll talk politics with you all day somewhere else. Oh, okay. You're talking about, okay, gotcha. No problem. You're talking about soccer. Then that's fine. That's fine. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah. Soccer is fine. My apologies, Bern. My apologies. All right. So now here comes Oliver. Come on. Come on up here. Yeah, that's fine, Julie. Yeah, I just caught the tail end of it. Yeah. All right. Where's the other one? Where's your brother? Come here, baby. Did you just wake up? Come here. You just wake up. All right. So here's Oliver, the big boy. Try to make him lay down so that y'all can see him. Gonna look up. You bathing your brother? I know, they're awesome. He's stretching, stretching, stretching. He's purring. She's the loud purrer. And look, they just let you move him around. Oh, you got your cat fix. Oh, thanks, actual cat. Yeah, this is Oliver. We call him Ollie. And the other one's Malibu. We call her Mally. And I didn't name them. Denise named them. These are my daughter's cats that she had. She rescued them. She rescued them from someone that was going to have to put them in a shelter. And she said she'll take them even though half her family's allergic to cats. I said, well, as soon as you get them, as soon as they're old enough and you get them fixed, we'll take them. So about 9 months old, I guess, she got them fixed. And now, yeah, they are sweet. They are very sweet. And they'll just sit with each other and they'll wrestle. They bathe each other. They sleep together. They're very, they're brother and sister. Did I mention that? So yeah, they're brother and sister, although Oliver is he's a chunky one. And Malibu is, I think she was the runt. Your cat's name is Cotton? Yeah, fur babies. Yep, that's what they are. You want to look up here? No? Okay, he's thinking, no, I don't want to. I'm sleepy. He just woke up. He's got sleepy in his eyes. He just woke up. No, don't drink my coffee. Oh my gosh, she was drinking my coffee. Gee. So, don't be love biting on me. No love bites. Be gentle. Gentle love bites. Gentle love bite. Gentle. So, yeah. And he loves my paintbrushes. He loves the paint. He loves this one. For whatever reason, he likes that brush that's on the end of, at the end of Phil. Okay. Thank you, Mia. So anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Don't forget, it takes about an hour for the video to fully process to get the full 3.5 hours now. To get the full 3.5 hours up on YouTube with the chat takes about an hour. So until then, no, be nice. Until then, you'll see maybe an hour's worth of a video and no chat. So it takes a little bit. Nina, it's going to be a random giveaway on Monday. So you got to be here on Monday to be random for the book giveaway. That's just going to be the easiest for me to do. So thanks, Cheryl. Thanks for being here. So yeah, Monday we're going to give away. Melody sent us 2 copies of the Botanicum, and we're going to give one away on Monday. Okay? You're welcome, guys. So good to see you. You're welcome. Dot. Did you record your video over on your Facebook or something? No. So I can watch your video? You're well. Hey, May. I miss May. May's also one of the mods for her and Sammy. Remember I was telling y'all about a couple of, if you want color book groups that you like, Jen, Reading with Pugs, and Anne, A Colorful Life, Anne. If you want some good color book groups, other than like the famous ones like Bennett Klein, Kirby, Jasmine, they all have their own Facebook groups, but you only can post their stuff, right? I stream. I usually come on about 8:30 Eastern time, but I don't, really start coloring or do anything till 9. I come on a little early so I can do chat, say good morning to everybody and all that. But usually 9 is when I start. I won't do the giveaway as soon as I get here. I'll be here an hour, maybe 2 before we do the giveaway. So sometime on Monday. Thanks, Lady Jen. Okay, thanks, Dr. Dot. All right, guys, we will see you. I don't know that I'm going to stream Friday. That's always random. I did stream last Friday, but I do an occasional Friday impromptu, but I stream every Monday and Wednesday for sure. Almost didn't make it today because of internet or whatever, YouTube issues, but I stream every Monday and Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern, and the occasional Friday. Y'all have a great day. Thanks, everybody. Bye.